Hello everybody, welcome to another Monster Hunter stream, and happy Friday to you guys. I hope you guys are doing well this evening. My name's Ristretto. If it's your first time here, then welcome to the stream, and if you've been here before, then thanks for coming back. Welcome back to the stream tonight. This evening we're going to be playing more of our main game, which is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. We're going to be streaming it off of the 3DS version, and tonight we're going to be working on a brand new Gunner mixed set. We've been roughing it out with just the plain Ludroth set, gemmed for like Combo Pro for the better part of 150 hours now. So it's about time we made a mix set for Gunner that gives us a little bit more of a damage boost, makes it a little easier to survive some of the hits we're taking. That's the plan for tonight. Aside that, we're going to keep clearing some of the quests in Village 6 Star, which is the first rank of high rank that we're working on. And yeah, should be a good time. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some beans. Thanks for showing up tonight. I'm going to go ahead and jump on over to the 3DS and we'll get rolling here. I am going to take a moment and say hello to you guys though, because I appreciate you coming by, and I'm looking forward to hanging out and playing some Monster Hunter. So, welcome Weeb with Coffee. Welcome Full Metal Dragon and Jack McBride. Hello Cy N. Hello Jakes. Like I said, I hope you guys are having a nice Friday, or whatever time it is where you are. But you know, I hope you're having a nice like end of the week. I finally get a day off tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to fill that day off with things to do, but hopefully some relaxing too. Welcome, Master JP. You completed the Master Rank Rathalos armor. Nice! I don't know what that gives for skills, but I remember it looking quite nice, so congratulations. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Viotech, and hello, Gecko, and Lone the Hunter. Hello, Schmegel Eskimo. Welcome, Digit Artist, or the Digit Artist, and FPS Failure, and Shadow Upon the Tempest, and Fish Kebab. I think that's everybody. If I missed anyone, I didn't mean to, but welcome, y'all. Okay, look at this nerd. You best believe it. Cheers to you guys. So, the first thing we're going to do here is just spend a moment looking at the set that we're going to make for our Gunner. I was thinking that we were going to go with this, which is mostly Barroth stuff. We're going to go for the lower of the two sets here, this one. It'll be kind of similar to our Blade Master set. It would give us some attack skill, like kind of an endurance skill with recovery up, and steadiness +1 would be nice for deviation. But I'm just gonna, just based off one of the things we can do with Athena's, I'm gonna go ahead and close out some of these real quick. I just want to see, can we get attack up? I don't think we can get attack up and recoil down. No, we can't. So in that case, what I want to do is I just want to get recoil and then see what extra skills we could maybe tack on with recoil, or see what other stuff here we could add. Looks like pellet up goes really well with recoil down, which is just great. So far I haven't really needed much pellet in combination with recoil down. Looks like you can get some attack on there. Yeah, this one is 7 attack. Getting pellet up would be pretty useful, but we already have used tons of pellet. Looks like attack and precision are both on there. Could we get attack up small and then steadiness? That would be a pretty good set. We can. That to me, that strikes me as a better set than the other one we were going to make. And it's not that far off in terms of the materials we need, so it's not like we're farming up a bunch of extra stuff. So the ingot cap in combination with the Barroth vest, guards, and coat, which is what we're going to be making anyways, and then the Jaggi leggings. This won't give us quite as much raw attack up, but because this is going to be such a general usage set for lots of different guns, I feel like having both recoil down and steadiness +1 will make a lot more shot types usable, and a lot more guns a little more usable, and so I feel like this is a solid idea, even if it's not maybe quite as nice fashion-wise, like it was going to match our other set. Oh well, let's go with this. Let me go ahead and save that. It was going to be fun to have recovery up on it, but we'll be okay. Very solid, yeah. I was thinking about that a little bit at work today. And I was thinking about how recoil, like the main thing that we have, like if we're not focusing on certain shot types, like if we're not going to make a set that's exploiting pellet up or normal up or whatever it is, then the main thing we need to be able to use, especially for bow guns, is different shot types. Like if we're not going to boost our normal 2, the damage like super high, then we want to be able to use a little bit of normal 2, a little bit of element, a little bit of status, whatever. But recoil makes that really rough, so. No Rathian cap, people said. I know. I was going to like it. Maybe we'll make 2 versions. It's literally 1 piece difference. Why don't we make 2 versions? Think about Monster Hunter at work. I was thinking about Monster Hunter at work. Yeah, let's make 2 versions. Let's make a fashion version that's got a little bit more survivability, And let's make the type that has the recoil down. Uh-oh, now we're making 2 sets. Okay, fashion. We're gonna start with the fashion one, I think. All right, so the net of that conversation is we're just gonna make the same set we were playing to last night, but we're also gonna make a slightly better version. Okay, in any case, we need to hunt a Barroth, so I'm gonna let you guys pick my weapon for that. I'm gonna go ahead and get that set up. You can do it, Stream Elements. I believe in you. I hit the start raffle button. It's just not going. Let's try reloading the webpage. Also, welcome, Volcano. Anybody who I missed saying hello to, I apologize. I didn't mean to. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. So, if you would like to choose my weapon for a Barroth, which is going to be our first hunt of the evening, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. And if I draw your name out, that means you get to pick what we're going to use. When I recently started manually editing all the VODs. Like before, what I used to do is I would just kind of export the VODs off Twitch and basically just chuck them over to YouTube. I might crop out like the first 10 minutes to the stream so that the warm-up or the waiting screen wasn't like the first thing folks saw for 10 minutes on YouTube, but I wasn't doing much editing or anything. I recently started manually editing the VODs, both to log the footage and put in like chapter markers, and just to make there to be like a transition at the beginning and a transition at the end and like whatever. But it made me realize how much dead air we have in terms of like, well, the weapon raffle takes like 5 to 10 minutes, and then you like spend another like 5 to 10 minutes like futzing around with like the villager like systems, and then like another 5 minutes getting your items in order. It's like, dude, this guy doesn't hunt like at all on stream. This guy sits here and just futzes with menus for like half the stream. What is wrong with this guy? So I'm gonna try and cut back on like the amount of straight dead air we do, or at least be a little bit more mindful of some of the futzing we do in between quests, trying to keep things moving a little more. I don't think there's anything wrong with having like a slow, like kind of a laid back pace to the stream, but I don't know. Some of the time it was like egregious, like, yo, you sat there for like 35 minutes in between those hunts and did nothing. What the hell? So, I don't know. I don't want to shift the mood of the stream at all, but I just want to be mindful of it, is all. Love menuing? Me too. Hello, Erico. Wrist turning full YouTuber. We're working on some stuff. Or I'm working on some stuff. Actually, you know what? We're working on some stuff. Removes the mint from my stream? The mint? Huh? We have plenty of points from that expedition we did last night with the purple Ludroth and Lorathian. Oh yeah, we have some dialogue here. Oh, Hunter. Been meaning to tell you something. You know that Arzuros you recently hunted? Well, ever since that hunt, people have been spotting Arzuros wandering around the Mogul Woods at night. I'm always keeping tabs on those woods. Be sure and check the Mogul forecast. Oh, dumb and not really accurate reference to the Dose review. Oh, okay, I get you. It's not like I want the stream to all be like a bunch of hunts. It's just like I want to be cognizant of just how long I'm making people wait in between hunts for me to do something besides just futz around with menus. That's all. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking breaks to like talk and do stuff, but if I'm just like wasted, like if I'm taking up a lot of time just not even realizing it in between hunts, I don't know, I just want to be mindful of it. So I'm trying to keep weapon raffles a little shorter, and I'm trying to make sure I'm doing other things while we're doing the weapon raffle and like just being a little more expedient. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and say last call for that Barroth raffle. If you want to choose my weapon for a Barroth, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. So no big change happening, I just wanted to mention it. Hello, Patty. I'm well tonight. How's yourself? I got good-ish sleep. I got really bad sleep most of the week this week. So today I got like slightly above average sleep and it felt really good. It is harder sometimes, Erica, to follow the chat and hold a good conversation while hunting. Sometimes it means I cart a lot, or sometimes it means I miss the conversation. I also did a lot, like I mentioned that video editing, I did a lot of that at work today. It was so slow at my work that I just had my computer there with me and I did a bunch of video editing while I was there. Wore myself out a little bit. A friend's kitty's being nursed back to health. That's good. I hope they're just fine. Sometimes the menuing is actually relaxing, the music is nice, and your commentary is excellent. That's just kind. Thank you. I feel like I meander all over with our commentary. Like I said, I'm not making any big change to like how the stream's going. You're not going to get like rapid fire hunts or anything. It's just like, I just want to be a little more mindful about it. That's all. Oh, well, thank you, Patty. All right. Let's see what we're going to use for Barroth. Quill, what would you like to see on high rank Barroth? I think we need some claws and some ridge pluses. Hunting horn, please. Absolutely. Let's get it. Seeing as our ore hunting horn is forever and always our best blade master option, let me see if I can upgrade it, seeing as now we have some high rank ore. Nope, needs Dragonite, Wonderful Beak, and Volvidon Carapace, so it'll be a little bit. Did we unlock any new hunting horns? Nope. Well, oh yeah, we did. The Swell Shell and the Magia Charm. Both really cool designs that we probably won't use, but they're still really cool. Dragonite, that shouldn't be too hard to come by. Seems like most of the high rank maps that we've gotten to so far have Dragonite on them. Okay, I think the last thing we might need is some cool drinks for Barroth. But let's double check. Alright, Avenge the Fallen Hunter, Sandy Plains at night. He doesn't really go out to the areas that need drinks, so I think we'll be okay, actually. Oh yeah, we unlocked our Urgent last night. We've cleared enough of the first rank of high rank village to see that Plezioth is our Urgent to the next rank. We still have some more quests to wrap up, and we'll probably do we'll probably finish making these armor sets, and we might make a weapon upgrade or two. We'll see. I don't know that we're going to collect a whole lot of new weapons or anything, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. Good spawn. All right. I've only done this matchup once, I think, in this game so far, and it was really fun. So I'm kind of excited to see what it's like in high rank here. We won't farm a lot of weapons. No, we won't this time. We won't. I don't do it every single quest rank. Playing on Wii U or 3DS. We're playing on the 3DS version. I have both versions, but I like the 3DS version quite a lot. It runs a little smoother, and there's not very much footage of it out there on the web, so I'm trying to stream a full playthrough mostly off the 3DS. It's fun FPS. I really like it. I guess it makes sense this would be a good matchup. He has a gigantic head. He has a gigantic head and you walk fast, so you can kind of walk out of the way of his attacks. I've biffed both of the tail rolls. Away he goes. Oh no, he's gonna go roll in the mud. Got it. Appreciate that. You have it on the 3DS too. Too bad online hunts aren't on the 3DS. Missed opportunity. Yeah, it's a bummer they didn't introduce that the first time out on the 3DS. It would have really sold like that this was like the next generation of Monster Hunter portable entries. When they came out with 3U, that was just the norm. Like all of the PSP titles also did online via connecting either to a PS3 or a computer. You couldn't just do online on the PSP, and there was advertised function for that in both Freedom Unite and Portable Third, like, hey, connect to your PS3 to do multiplayer. So it was kind of the norm for the series at the time. It seems very odd looking back at it now that you've seen that, like, hey, they did this, they did online multiplayer in 4U on the same system. What gives? It's just that was just what they did at the time, and so 4U really was a pretty big step when it came out, or 4, Monster Hunter 4, really. Hey, Pro Cow. That's a scary looking dog. Hey, we got the head break. That was quick. Whoops. You can KO bugs? Yep. If you don't kill them first, yeah, you can. Yeah, that wasn't a great down. That's okay. Freaking bugs. This is probably a poor idea. He's gonna turn around and punish us. Nope, never mind. I think that was a low rank carve. We just got the scalp there. Oops, that last hit missed. This is a super good matchup, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, Precious Stones, we are indeed playing Monster Hunter tonight. Monster Hunter on the 3DS. Can you KO Vespoid Queen? I doubt it. I really doubt it, actually. I don't know. I never thought to try. I think in this game combo swings are the best. I can't remember. Me neither, Wiltings. I can never remember what, like, the air quotes, like, optimal damage, like, Hunting Horn combo is. It feels pretty like, I'm sure the difference would make sense in, like, a TA run, but I can never remember what it is. When you say the combo swings, you mean, like, X, A, X, A, yeah? I feel like it might be, like, A, oh, whoops, into Super Pound, into A, into Super Pound. Yeah, Super Pound right swing. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's what it is. In 4th gen, I've been told that it's back slam, like we were doing, back slam right swing. If you can line it up the right way, is better damage. But I don't know if that holds over to this game or not. They're probably pretty close. Trying to avoid any spoilers with the Brilliant Diamond games out now because you have to wait to get it. Well, I hope you have fun when you get it. I'm not going to be talking about Pokemon. I can't guarantee nobody in chat will, but I mean, I won't. Unless you're big brain and can queue up a recital for downs. Yeah, if you could predict a KO like that, that'd be pretty sick. Yo. Whoops. How strong are recital attacks? They deal a lot of KO. I don't know if they're like, they're still decent raw. I don't know if they're better than Super Pound. I think Super Pound outdoes them just like raw DPS, but recital is like if you need to get a song off and you've already KO'd the monster and it's down, it's a nice way to use your opening, is my sense of it. I'm probably not going to play those Pokemon games. I talked about this the other night. I've bought like 3 out of the 4 last year, last Pokemon releases, and played like 5 hours of them, and been like, oh, the cute Pokemon, and then like stopped playing. So I'm not doing it. They're not getting me this time. Those Pokemon might be cute. I might have fond memories of 4th gen Pokemon, but I'm not buying those games. They can't make me. I'm not going to play them. They're cute and enjoyable, Shadow upon the Tempest, but I think unless you really enjoy turn-based RPGs, really enjoy optimizing turn-based combat, the depth isn't there. Like, it's a nice casual, it's a nice casual thing to play through. I've just played through so many of them, and like, I just know that turn-based RPGs don't hold my attention anymore, so it's like, I'm not going to get very much out of it. Yeah, they're not like, I feel like they're just, like, that's the thing about Hunting Horn's moves, is I feel like, unless you're doing, like, slow, like, one swing into poke, all the moves are, like, decently close in terms of motion value. There's not a whole lot of, like, outliers in terms of, like, oh, this is, like, by far the best damage output. That's why it's always been kind of, like, up in the air for people with, like, damage DPS combos on Hunting Horn. It's like, oh, it's combo swings. Oh, it's Super Pound and right swing. Oh, it's the recital. It's just like they're all rather similar. So it's not particularly like, it's like, it might even come down to just like the opening you've got or what songs you need to play or stuff like that. Yeah. What Precious Stone said. It's not necessarily before World and Rise, obviously. It's like that. Hello, we on that ultralight beam. Hello, Wiltings. Where'd he go off to? I think my paintball just wore off. It did. Super Pound eats sharpness, so you go with combo swings. I guess that's fair. It isn't like Hammer where there are some moves with massive motion values, Golf Swing, Super Pound, and some moves with aggressively bad motion values. Mm-hmm. Yep. It makes it much like what Precious Stone said. It makes it a lot more about just choosing what move to use or what moves to use in response to the monster's openings. If you can get used to like, okay, it just did this move, I'm going to position right next to its head, right next to its limb this way every time and use this move because it fits the opening really well and leaves me open to combo into a recital or combo into another move if I get a stagger. That is going to work better than worrying about like, this is the damage horn, this is the damage combo for Hunting Horn. I got to make sure I get that. God darn it. There we go. No, it was supposed to be a back slam. Ah, it would have moved me out of the way of the dumb mud. Why are you throwing so much mud off the front of you? You don't have any mud on your head. That move doesn't make any sense to me. It bothers me sometimes. Wait, what? A Jaggi just broke some mud off of him. Well, now he's mad. Hello, Martz. Welcome. When I was saying something funny before, it was that they're not getting me this time with Pokemon. Those Pokemon might be cute, but they're not getting me this time. Gosh darn it. There's enough startup on that move. Yeah, I feel like if you are at all invested in the like competitive side of Pokemon, like you might honestly enjoy those games. Maybe you should get them, but I've never been interested in that, and I've never even learned all the things you need to learn to play competitive Pokemon, so I'm definitely not going to play it for that. It literally would just be like for the cute Pokemon, and the nostalgia of it being like a 4th generation Pokemon game. Or a remake of a 4th gen Pokemon game. God. Too early. I didn't paintball it. I really should have. Yeah, I guess I say all that about Pokemon not to dump on anybody who's excited about it. Just be like, just talking to myself about why I'm not going to let myself get hoodwinked into giving Game Freak more of my money for cute Pokemon and nothing else when I'm not even going to play the damn game. To those who are excited about the new Pokemon, I hope you have a lot of fun. And if you get a lot out of it, then I am jealous. I wish I could enjoy Pokemon, but I can't anymore. He must have gone out to the desert. Shoot. I should buy GU again. You're right, I should. I still need to get physical copies of it. Like, I still need to get physical copies on the Switch. And I think I have Monster Hunter Cross physically, but not Double Cross physically. So I still have I still have 3 more copies of GU to buy. Hi, Skiffy. Ouch. That's a lot of damage. Oh, no. I like how much damage we're taking even in our high rank set. It's good. That's one of the arena pieces, isn't it, Marks? Oh, it traded. At least it traded. That means it could have gotten us a sick KO. There we go. They're still in the Discord, Mark, so you can hit them up if you need to. They're usually active during the middle of the day, or like they're sometimes active during the middle of the day, not super late at night like now. Shoot, I should have rolled forwards there. He's taking a minute to die here, which doesn't surprise me. I think that's something I'm going to do if I can at the end of this village rank, is get us a better hunting horn if there are any available. We'll take a look at the HR4, sorry, the 4-star rarity. It's not 4-star rarity, it's not HR4, it's rarity 4. The rarity 4 hunting horns we'll take a look at. See if we can try and make a better horn. Whoops. There it is. GG, Barroth. That is a really fun matchup. Do I like Barroth? Yeah. I like him as an early game monster. I think he fits very well as an early game monster. I think he fits very, very well as a monster where you cannot just attack. Like, as the first monster to teach you that while it is the norm, you cannot always just attack the head. You cannot always just attack the most prominent part on the monster and expect to deal good damage, or be able to do that because you'll bounce and you'll get hit. He's also the first monster to teach people, like, to move, get out the way. Also the first monster with a roar that stuns, that's fair. Yep. So yeah, I like him. I think he's pretty good. I think he and Ludroth and Qurupeco are all pretty good for different reasons. Did we get a claw? Please tell me we got the claw. Okay, we got a claw. Better than nothing. Okay. We might do another Barroth because we're trying to make that gunner armor. We'll take a look. I know we also need some Rhinopolis Carapace. We need Reno Carapace for the male. I think we also need some more ridges for the waist, so we're definitely gonna have to do another Barroth. Yeah. Did we get enough for the arms though? Doesn't look like it. No, we need another claw. Yeah, some of the AI stuff is pretty obnoxious, Sai, where he like backs up over and over again, or where he like walks in a dumpy circle over and over, just like strafing around you. It's like, what are you doing? Why is this a pattern? Yeah, the rotating thing especially. I forget if he does that in any other games. I guess he probably does it in Portable 3rd. I'm not sure if he does it in any game outside of 3rd generation. Like 4U Mono Blows? Kinda, yeah. Now that you mention it. 4U Mono also does that dumb thing where it just kind of runs in a circle around you, just around and around and around. I think they must have coded it so it's like it's waiting for a specific position to continue with another pattern or something. Or at least that's my conjecture, is that like it's waiting for a specific positioning to pop up when circling to do another move. And if you strafe with it, it just never happens, and so it just keeps strafing. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys pick my weapon for another Barroth hunt because we need some more Barroth materials. So, if you want to choose my weapon for that, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat right now. Let's see what we can trade for from the Argosy. See if we unlocked any new rare trades. The Bombardier Tome. The Stink Mask. A False Feline Mask. Whoops. These menus are weird. The Boom Boom Dance, Gildy Red, Gildy Green, The Great Poogie, Last Stand Tome, Gatherer Tome, Red Spear Max. We might want that one, that's a 3-star rarity. Captain Max. 7 Lives Tome. We want to get another Power Charm. Hey Voidning, hey I come from better conditions, welcome folks. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. We're doing a weapon raffle for a Barroth right now, so if you want to choose my weapon for that, go ahead and hit !ticket. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's add some of these 2-star ones. Let's get some of those 2-star things. I want another Power Charm. Those are, oh, a Power Charm's 4-star. Whoops. Okay, well let's get Captain Max then. Deal. Optimizes one of the hunting boats. Gain access to waters beyond imagination. Okay, rare trade. We need a 3-star one. Or no, we don't have any 3-star ones. Oh well, we can add this 4-star one. A premium loin taken from a Rathian. Use it for a rare trade. Nice. Alright, I don't think there's any more I want to get quite yet. Marshland plant. A classy furnishing. This potted plant is a strain that doesn't usually flower. Let's get that one. That sounds cool. And we have the leftover. We have a Rathian rarity 4 one. Marshland plant. Why don't you just use Brachydios weapons? Well, for one, we're not at Brachydios yet. For two, they are supposed to be pretty broken, so we'll see. Generally, when I play the game, I'm trying to practice and take my time with the monster and like have to learn how to deal with its moveset. So, I mean, like we're not maxing out our armor in terms of damaging skills. We're not maxing out our weapons in terms of only using the best weapons. We're trying to take our time and experience a lot of different ways of play that don't just involve using the best options. Refuses to use anything somewhat meta. I refuse to use stuff that's meta when it's absolutely unnecessary. Like, I don't need meta options to take care of Village Ludroth. We're fine. When we get to high rank Elatrian in Village and it's like a really tough challenge, we'll make something that's geared for the task. But I don't need to, no, you're good, Voidning. I'm not upset with you. I'm not upset with you at all. But that's why we're not using Brachydios stuff right now. Okay, let's see here. I want to see what that plant looks like. Furnishings. Remove. Let's remove that. Oh, shoot. Marshland plant. Great Poogie. Look at that plant. That is a plant. Cool. How nice. Did we already get to Brachy? No. However, Marks, while slime probably isn't best option all the time, it is going to be universally useful across all fights. All right, let's see what we're going to use here for this Barroth. Marth's tip, what would you like me to use for Barroth? Does giving weapon recommendations for G rank count as giving spoilers? I don't want to really know what best in slot stuff is right now, Precious Stones. It's not going to piss me off a bunch if you mention it. But like when we get there, that's when I want to talk about that sort of thing. Right now, I don't want to really know what the best options are so far ahead of time. To me, it takes a little bit of the surprise out of the game. Okay. Let's hunt that Barroth. Yeah, essentially, like, once we get to the point where we can see the weapons that you're going to talk about, that's where I'm going to be fine with you recommending them. Even if I'm not, like, looking at them in the menu. If we, like, get to the point where we fought, like, a G-rank Diablos and you recommend the King Attalart sword, that's cool. That's fine. But beforehand, I don't want to know, like, yo, this sword's the best one in the game. Or, like, yo, this sword's in the game. It's a really good one. Like, I kind of want to experience that as we go through the game. Those little surprises are kind of fun. High rank has been neat thus far. I agree. I think we've had a pretty good time thus far. Yeah, that wiki's so busted, Precious Stones. That poor wiki. It's been through so much. It didn't always used to be white text on a yellow background. Does anyone know who King Attalart is? I don't know. Man, I was hoping I spaced that just right. you're not careful, high rank still hurts. Yeah, I've been happy to see that even with our new armor game god, stuff is still chunking me for pretty big amounts of damage. It's just not one-shot territory. Means I can't be too careless, which I'm appreciative of. Enlighten you on just using game facts for these older titles. Well, for 3U you can't. 3U is too far past the prime of game facts. Game facts is good up through Portable Third. You go to the game facts page for each game. You go to the guides section and you look through the different guides that are available there. And in a lot of cases, there'll be one for hit zones. There'll be one for there'll be some that are like long written guides for individual weapon types. Sometimes there'll be actual write-ups in terms of how to deal with each individual monster with a weapon, stuff like that. But it's mainly where most of the information is. So you'll find lists of recommended weapons, list of hit zones, stuff like that. I can show you here in a minute. I would say the Freeman Knight one is the most comprehensive. Like, it's really the spot to be for Freeman Knight references. Like, it's got like references for the treasure hunting quests and for the items you can get from Trenya the trader, and it has references for like what skills give you, or what food combinations give you what skills at the canteen, because this was before you could see that in game. Like, you could try all you want, you're not going to get a list of food skill combinations that's, like, easy to find on the actual, like, Fextra Life Wiki. Or Fandom Wiki, rather. Or, like, that information might be there, but might be hard to read. Or it might be there, but it might not be complete. Like, that wiki is just a mess. I literally only use that wiki for pictures. Is your little helper in this game with you, or did he go off on his own? I have them left at the village. I bring them along for some of the story-relevant hunts, Erico, but I like hunting on my own when we're just doing hunts, even when we're grinding. I like trying to practice the moveset of the monster, and when the monster aggroes onto other things in the area, like other people or the little helpers, it makes it a little tougher to learn. You still use it for lore? And some odd facts. I don't know if I'd trust most of the stuff that's on there. So you got a pizza from Papa Murphy's. You ordered a medium, but they were out of medium crust, so they upgraded to a large. That's nice. I also had pizza tonight. It was tasty. It's less that, like, I don't trust the stuff that Ban Lagiacrus says, Martin. It's more just, like, loads of people contribute to that wiki that aren't Ban Lagiacrus. And if the rest of the wiki is any state to judge by, it's not like they keep track of every page. Like, oh, are all the pages in good shape? I'm sure at one point, probably around the point that this game came out, that wiki was in pretty great shape. That's just been a long time ago now. It's not to even say that it hasn't been cared for, because people are still adding things to it. There's a decent amount of effort being put in for the current game's content still ending up there some way. It just isn't laid out, like, it's not the kind of care that's like, oh, all of the information from all the games is accessible and clearly distinct. It's like, no, it's like it's all laid on top of one another in, like, weird mismatching ways. Old abandoned monastic library. It is. I mean, like, I don't love it, but I kind of like that about the games, is like, as you delve further back, you just have to explore all these different weird sites for information and like kind of find your own guides for each of the game. Yeah, there's still stuff of use there, Martz. It's just mostly not like the number side of things, or like weapon upgrade tree side of things, or like armor side of things. It's all like, I don't know, fluffier stuff than that. But it's nice that like the site exists and has those sorts of things, because like Qurupeco, for everything it is, doesn't have great pictures. Doesn't have like resource maps for all the different gathering spots in the maps. Like, it doesn't have everything. I wish Qurupeco did, but it doesn't quite have all that stuff. And so it's nice that the fandom wiki has some of that stuff. Sounds like a wise choice, Erico. I've been trying to pay attention to how I'm feeling about social media as of late. Though I haven't been on Facebook in years and years. I jumped right into that. Yeah, I don't think anyone would argue that like having all the monster hunter information like just segmented around various old websites like that is good. And as web rot continues, it'll probably be really bad. Like, honestly, right now is probably a good idea to make sure all those important pages are archived on the Wayback Machine. I should do that when I'm bored at work. But it does lead to like an interesting experience, one that's like very different to just loading up a single guide web page and looking through all the guides. Like, having to search around and look at all these old disparate sources of information and like pages people put effort into does make a kind of unique experience. Like I said, I don't know if I'd argue that any sort of like amazing or good though. Hey Hopco, yeah, I'm doing really well tonight. I got some like decent sleep today. The last few days I had like pretty rough sleep, so today I had good sleep and it felt nice. There's that tail cut. Do I have shelf space? Not really. This apartment has like no cupboards, no shelves, no countertops. It's just like a big empty space. It's weird. We had to like build our own like counters. Much less shelves. We bought stuff for shelves, but all the walls are plaster and we haven't felt like potentially ripping out part of the wall to put a shelf up, so we haven't done it yet. Why do you ask? No reason? Okay. Just crawl around and use the floor as shelf space. See, I would do that, but I have cats, and then the cats can get everything. What variant of Barroth is this? This is just regular Barroth. This is in a Barroth in a high-ranked village. His skin is so red. This is how he used to look. He's very orange. It's tired, Barroth. You may or not be having your own shelf problems right now. Oh, sorry. I don't really have a whole lot of suggestions for that, except like look for free stuff on Facebook Marketplace or on Craigslist in your area, like little small bookshelves that'll have shelves that you can use. That's what I did. Was when I lived in my own apartment, I got a couple little bookshelves off, like for free off of Facebook Marketplace or something, and picked them up. Didn't see which direction he went. Miss World, you just sell your Xbox One for food, so no longer own an Xbox. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get to play it again sometime. Or I hope you have some other way of enjoying Monster Hunter, whether it's emulating one of the older ones or whatever it is. He must have gone back to the mud pit area. This map is very pretty at night. Like, I like that gradient a lot. Yeah, in general, like Cyan said, I echo that. I hope life is kinder to you. You wouldn't download a car. Optimal wake up. Well, I hope so, Erico. Cheers. Sorry to hear about the tough time. Hell yeah. I'm not gonna get the actual head break, I just want to break the mud off. Okay. One way or another. GG, Barroth. Also, welcome, Danny Boy. Nice Barroth hunt. Thanks, Mizitsune. Cheers. Welcome to you. We need claws, and we need ridge pluses. Mainly, well, I guess we need one more claw. We need quite a few ridge pluses. I didn't get any of that yet, so hopefully in the rewards we'll get one of, at least one or two of each. At least one claw. Ah. Did you carve the tail yet? Yeah. Yep. I think next up we're going to need some Rhinopolos Carapace. Got the Ridge Plus. I think that's a claw there. Oh, it's a low rank claw. For you, what's wrong with you? I guess we'll be doing another Barroth in a bit. Sword and Shield's basically the only weapon that can get maximum Barroth carves. Hunting Horn wouldn't cut the tail very easily. Like, physically, sure, it could, but... Bow, yeah. I don't know. It'd be a rough time. Bowgun with Slicing Shot. Slicing Shot is supposed to be pretty bad in this game. What you gonna use for bow, or is it one set for all the gunner weapons? It's gonna be one set for all the gunner weapons initially, Gecko. I guess we probably could make a focus set for it at this point in the game. I know you use the Renopolos set. No, we're actually making 2 bowgun sets. They're both kind of geared more towards bowguns than bow, though. Maybe we'll make a bow set, too. Gunning is so finicky, dude. So high maintenance. Just give me big sword. Finicky how? In order to really get like either good damage or amazing damage out of it, you have to have very specific set building for it. For individual guns even. For individual shot types. The different guns can fire different types of shots, and there are armor skills that boost particular kinds of shots. And those are some of the best damage boosting skills for guns in the games. So if you want to have the most like optimal set, or like the most, I don't know, efficient set in terms of boosting your damage at a given point in the game, or just making guns livable. Even if you have like a specific gun where you want to use that gun a lot, some of those guns have a lot of recoil or have a lot of deviation where the shots will curve left or right, so you need to correct that via armor skills. And so making a set that will be good for all kinds of guns is basically impossible, and making a set that's going to be really good for a gun requires being basically tailored for that or a couple different kinds of guns. And so just finicky, lots of investment in thinking what kind of skills you want for what guns and how often you're going to use it with different weapons or one weapon, or just lots of that stuff. Lots of preparation. When you think about it, in the moment of the fight, you're just pressing one button. It's not super complex in terms of what button you're going to press at any given time. Like, you're just shooting, right? You're shooting bullets. So a lot of the complexity from gunning comes from preparation beforehand, both in terms of a set build and in terms of looking at the monster and what kind of damage they take the most of. Whether it's like, oh, it's weak to this kind of bullets, or it's weak to this element, and then bringing the kind of shots that you need for different parts of the fight. So it's a lot more preparation based. Don't think bow can do impact damage in this era. Not without exhaust coating. I think exhaust coating it does. So you can't break Barroth's crest with cutting? I don't think you can, though. Not in this game. Okay, I'm gonna get those Renopolos carves, those Renopolos carapaces. Exhaust only gives it KO values. Ah, thank you for the differentiation there. So even with exhaust coating, you could get a KO, but you wouldn't be dealing blunt damage. You wouldn't be breaking his crest. Thank you. It does KO, but you don't think it's impact damage? That's pretty interesting. I wonder if it does, okay, so earlier in the Discord, I was talking about how exhaust and KO are pretty integrally linked. Like, most attacks that have KO and blunt damage also have boosted exhaust damage, or a specific exhaust value to go along with them. That's one of the particular instances where something does KO, but might not deal blunt and might not deal, well, obviously exhaust coating does obviously deal boosted exhaust, but let's say you have just a regular bow shot. It might deal KO, but it might not deal blunt damage or exhaust. I don't know. Interesting. Do we have a Renopolos quest? We don't. Well, Sandy Plains Harvest Tour it is. KO is a status like slime? Yeah. Yep. So is, well, I guess exhaust is not technically a status. You can't really apply it like that, but it's just built into certain moves. And you can apply exhaust coding to certain moves, and you can use exhaust file switch acts. Like you can get exhaust on different, you can get stuff that will build up exhaust quicker on some of your weapons, but most often exhaust is paired with blunt damage moves that also have KO. So they're kind of linked in a way. It's interesting. What was I doing over here? Oh, we got a sale. Let's buy some potions. I was gonna get cool drinks. That's what I was doing over here. something. I'm gonna cut down all that dead air. Sure you are. All right, let's go get that Renopolis Gathering quest done. I really like how this longsword looks with this set. I probably like how the Duramboros longsword would look with it too, if I tried it. I haven't tried it with this set yet though. Last time we did this gathering quest, there weren't Renopolis in any other areas of the map, so we just need to refresh this area a few times until they've stopped respawning, and then we'll go back to the village. I cannot carve Monster Bone M's off of anything anymore in any Monster Hunter game without thinking of our damn 4U RTA. You can also gather bugs for future stuff. Yeah, you're right, I can. Are there specific... Oh, you meant Vespoids and stuff. I'll do that when I get to it. I didn't bring poison bombs. What's your bug farm look like, Gecko? How do you farm bugs? Mocha Woods at night. Do you wait for Banabra outbreaks? For the King Scarabs, gotcha. Gecko was recently upgrading a bunch of the bug bows, and so they needed a lot of Vespoid and Banabra and bug materials. Gotten a pretty good amount of carapaces here. I'm happy about that. I forget how many we need. I think we might need like 5 per piece. We'll see. If they respawn again, we'll get some more carves. If they don't, then whatever. We'll just go back. Oh, there's a great Jaggi. I actually haven't gotten a high rank great Jaggi. We have a quest for it that we'll do probably later tonight once we're done making armor, but why not? We'll get this thing early. A fire longsword ought to be decent for this guy. I really forgot how to turn off that darn watch alarm. Heard that monsters respawn indefinitely as long as you stay in the area in 3U. I think it might depend on the monster, but Rhinopolos do. Yeah, they kept spawning out of the ground there. What's chat's reaction to seeing a real-life Great Jaggi outside your window? Dude, I'd freak out. I would be scared of that. This thing is not particularly cuddly looking. Like, if I saw an Arzuros, I'd still probably be freaked out, but at least I'd be like, yo, it's a cute Arzuros. That's cool. If it was a Jaggi, I'd be like, oh, God. I know you didn't even ask me, I'm a person, but that's my reaction to it. I don't know, Erico. I have no idea. I don't even know what to say to that question, Marks. Alright, that was our first high rank Great Jaggi. It was a Great Jaggi. All right. Looks like one more Rhinopolos here. Yeah, in 3U, it seems like the monsters will respawn into the area with you in the area, but they do still have limits to how often they'll respawn, I think, because we had 2 Rhinopolos in here before, now we just have the 1. All right, let's head back. That was a nice little quest. My inventory's full. Shoot. Oh, I could have delivered the crystal bones to free up space. Oh well, whatever. That would have been smart. Great Jaggi Claw, some Screamers, and a King's Frill. At least we got one item that was new there. We got like Great Jaggi Claw Plus. Every other material there we'd already gotten. Oh well. I'm assuming there are high rank break parts for Jaggi, or high rank parts for Jaggi. We'll find out a little later tonight, hopefully. Okay, let's see. Did we get enough carapace? We did. Let's make the Barroth mail. Or Vats, excuse me. Pricey, almost 10,000 zenny for that. For the arms, we still need one more Claw Plus. For the waist, we need both 3 more Carapace and 1 more Ridge Plus. Okay, we're gonna do 1 more Barroth quest right now. Hopefully that'll be the last one we need. A bunch of Barroth armor. So I am once again gonna let you guys pick my weapon for that. I don't know what y'all are on about in chat. Okay. So, If you'd like to choose my weapon for a high rank Barroth, go ahead and type !ticket. Cold Brew 420, go ahead and hit that ticket again. I think you put yours in just before I started it. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. When I get back, we're gonna go ahead and keep going with this and keep hunting. I appreciate you guys being here while we work on some gunner armor, and cheers. Happy Friday. All right, we're back. I'm gonna say last call for that weapon raffle. If you want to choose my weapon for a Barroth hunt, our third Barroth of the evening, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. And cheers, Full Metal Dragon. I like that headpiece too. I like how this set turned out for our first for our first mix set in the game. I think it looks pretty okay. I've had worse. All right, let's see what we're gonna use here. And thank you guys for waiting while I was away. I like that we have a house plant now in our house here. It's nice. We on that ultra light beam. What would you like me to use for Barroth? What's it gonna be? Man, this weapon page is so full up, dude. Gunlance? Hell yeah. Let's get it. Here's a novel idea. We could get the Rhinoplos carapace in the Barroth quest. Unheard of. Doing more than one thing in an environment in this game at once? That's crazy. Who does that? Not me. Just a wild thought. I feel like I've really been enjoying wide Gunlance in this game. It feels like wide Gunlance. I don't know. I think it fits well with this game's style of shelling. Trying to get full bursts in this game just feels really tough. Though I could just be bad at it. Off we go. Avenge the fallen hunter. We're gonna get the Rhinoplos first, because I'll forget about them otherwise. Hopefully they still spawn at nighttime. I think they do. Looks like it. I think we needed 3 more carapace. Look at the purple like sunrise that's happening over the top of that hill out in the distance there. It's very pretty. I really like the gradients they used for this map at night. Alright, 1 more. Just gotta wait for one to spawn. The bug that was in this area moved. Yeah, look at that purple gradient over there. I like that. And it's reflected on the water, too. Man. I never even realized there was water here, to be honest with you. That's pretty. You got shooting stars in this map, too. This game likes its shooting stars. Holy crap. Alright. 1 more carapace. Mad lad getting 2 different materials for the weapon in the same quest. No shooting star dragon? Nope. That guy wouldn't come to this map for another 10 years almost. Like 8 years, I guess. There we go, we got our carapace. Sweet! Know who you missed for the desert map? Nibblesnarf. I like Nibblesnarf too. I would fight a new Nibblesnarf in the new game. Alright, let's go hunt that Barroth. I like the noises Jaggi make. So that's smarts. Hell yeah, fire damage from shells. You like Monster Hunter? Me too. It feels good to just be able to say that every once in a while. Just kind of look at whatever you're doing in the game and just be like, I just like this game so much. Couldn't get my guard up after that bounce in time. We're gonna get hit by the startup with that? Not quite. I thought we were going to. I don't know if we would have actually gotten our guard up in time had it not been that for that Venabra. That move's a scam. You're not scamming me, Barroth. Oh man, Martz, I didn't realize you were just going right into it tonight. Best of luck, man. I got by the scam. Always found Barroth's were very difficult to dodge. I don't know that you can dodge it without evasion +1. I've certainly never managed to do it. Like, ever, I don't think. Hey, J Novice, welcome to you. No scam! Hell yeah. Always remember you can draw directly into a guard. I know. I am well aware. It's a good tip, though. Hope I'm well and warm. I'm pretty well today, yeah. I got some decent sleep for the first time in a few days, and so I'm feeling decently good tonight. We're working on some armor for gunners right now. Missed both of those pokes. That feels bad. Oh, missed both the pokes and got scammed. Just Wyvern Tears. That wasn't worth eating damage for. Oh well. Keep our stamina topped off here. That missed somehow. Nice shot, Benabra. This is a nice cozy night so far. Just hunting Barroth, making armor. It wasn't worth back hopping. Should have charged. Wow, the range on that move is ridiculous. The scam. I'm calling that move the scam. I don't even know if I've explained that. I'm calling that move the scam because it's just not worth going in half the time because it's like not really possible to dodge those 100% of the time. So you just have to get lucky, which I don't particularly like. Just aim between his legs and hit the arms. It doesn't always work. Ouch. Should have drawn into a shell. Those points don't matter for anything, Skiffy, I'm sorry. Those are just the waste points. The ones that matter are the beans. I thought about turning channel points off altogether, but I like people to be able to unlock emotes with them. You're gonna waste all of them? That would be quite exorbitant. That would be quite exorbitant waste. I'm sorry, Marth. It sounds like a bum of a quest. For you, Apex Devil Joe. In the arena with dumpy gear. It's like, that's such a tough monster anyways. Why would they give you bad gear? Marth can't waste those. Marth cares too much about those points. He has to hang on to them in case Highlight My Message ever comes back. It won't. This way. We're talking about a specific arena quest, Skippy, where you can't bring in your own gear. His AI is so weird. Yeah, the Apex Joe arena for the barrage piercing. Rough stuff. Someday I suppose I'll maybe have to do that. I'm not looking forward to it. I haven't done almost any For You arenas, I think. That's something to look forward to. Maybe not the Apex Joe one, but like, you know, the other arenas could be cool. What quest? It is the Apex Devil Joe Arena quest. Like the arena. Not just like in an arena, but like the arena quest. He just really backed up out of the range of my shot there. That was goofy. Nice. Please give me the parts I need. I don't want to just keep doing random Barroth. We need Ridge, we need, what, 2 Ridge Plus maybe? Maybe 1 Ridge Plus? We need not many Ridge Plus, and we just need 1 Claw. I'm sorry, Marths. Alright, we didn't. God darn it. We got 1 Ridge, but we didn't get the Claw. This is frustrating. The game does not want to give us the Claw, dude. Three U, man. Alright, well, besides the Claw, how are we doing? The guards need the Claw. What about the waist? The waist we can make. Cool. What are Port Barroth's drop rates like? I don't know, let's take a look. I haven't actually looked to see if I'm doing this the right way to get a Claw. Maybe you should be capturing him. Alright, Claw Plus. Where to find Claw Plus? Body Carve, 18%. Break Front Leg, 62%. You're telling me we've failed a 62% drop rate 2 quests in a row? Alright. Avenge the Fallen Hunter has the exact same drop rate as Mud Brothers, which is 13%. I like that the last Barroth quest in the game is called Ode to Barroth. That's pretty rad. Alright, well, new Halo is solid. I played one day of it, Vio, and I liked it quite a bit. I need to play some more of it. Guess you really are playing Pokemon right now. No, this is still better than Pokemon. His front leg might be the 2 arms he holds under him. Yep, those are. Yep. Playing it right now? Nice. Maybe I'll play some this weekend. I actually have a day off tomorrow. Marths, would you like to play some Halo tomorrow? I'm filling up my day off with things to do, but I want to try and do some stuff tomorrow. Like, I want to enjoy my day off tomorrow. Okay, well, what do I want to use on another Barroth? This time I'm going to choose. I think we're going to go Peco Spander. We're going to do Switch Axe. Infant's been good fun. I'll put it in the Discord when Marths and I are playing tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a little Discord session with folks if other folks want to join in. It's nice that they released the multiplayer so early and for free. Halo 2? No, Halo Infinite, the new one. The campaign for it isn't out until December, I don't think, but they put out the multiplayer. What's my Steam? I'll DM it to you. I don't have Steam open right now. I don't want to open it. It wouldn't lag my computer, but I don't like having Steam open. I like Steam because it's convenient and like it's clearly the best realized marketplace on PC right now, but like also it sucks. It's DRM. I'll hit you with it tomorrow, Marths. What is DRM? DRM is digital rights management. It's just you have to have it open to play those games. You can't play the games without Steam installed. You can't play the games without Steam open on your system while you're playing them. And from what I understand, Steam's like a decent citizen on your PC. Like, it's not like super resource intensive, but like you still have another program running. It's always running in the background. The overlay isn't always light. It's like, I wish I could just install the games. I know GOG lets you install things without DRM, but they have their own launcher they're pushing. It's just like, man. GOG and Humble Bundle seem really nice for games, if you want DRM-free games. Humble Bundle's really nice. I should buy more games on Humble Bundle. All right, are we gonna hit the paintball snipe? No. Second chance, though. Third chance. Fourth chance. Hey! You don't have to use GOG's launcher. I know, but I also just downloaded The Witcher 3 in like 10 parts the other day to avoid using their launcher, and that's not necessarily convenient either. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great either. It knit together all the parts just fine once they're all downloaded, but like I shouldn't have to go to like, I shouldn't have to click on 10 separate downloads to download something like that. It won't always be optional, you think so? You think GOG's gonna take away the ability to download their games without DRM? Have they said that? If so, that's a major bummer, because that's one of my favorite things about GOG. And I don't really like have a whole lot of strong feelings about it. It's just like it's nice that you don't always have to have it open. You don't have to install their launcher. It might be years, might be decades. I mean, have they said that? Or are you just saying like it too shall come to pass? One never knows. Well, yeah, of course not. But at least the games right now, like they can't add DRM to those games you buy retroactively. I mean, like if you have them downloaded, if you don't have them downloaded, then sure. Like someday they would have them on their site and maybe they wouldn't let you download them without DRM. But if you've got them and you've downloaded them without DRM, there's no DRM. You're set. Steam is very Linux friendly. Sort of. That's a complicated answer. Steam is one of the better ways to game on Linux. They have some built-in compatibility layers called Proton that let you run a lot of Steam or a lot of Windows games on Linux without too much of a fuss, but it's not perfect. Each game on Linux is going to have its own like compatibility issues. Apparently aren't allowed to roll back to previous patches of games. I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me. That's not something that many games let you do. Like that's not something that many services let you do. Like you can't do that on Xbox or PlayStation. Yeah, Proton is really cool. I spent like 3 months earlier this year while I was also kind of getting ready to migrate to a new PC, trying out Linux and seeing if it was like something I could migrate to for part of my workflow, which is like a little bit of writing and reading combined with a lot of production work for the stream. I couldn't do it, at least not right now. Not on a laptop with multiple GPUs in it. It was too complex, and a lot of the things that I do on Windows weren't natively supported, so it was kind of a bummer. I really like Linux, but it's not for me right now. I tried though. I tried pretty intently. Missed with the final explosion there. It's a bummer. Hey, Ravenous Glavenous, welcome. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, folks. Yeah, it's rough, Peekaboo Shiny. I tried really hard to like I don't know. I tried really hard to find workarounds for a lot of my stuff, and some of the stuff I did find workarounds for, and some of it was just like, this is too much of a hassle to try and run on a machine. I need to just be rock solid every day, which is too bad. I feel like on a desktop Linux would be a lot easier. Welcome Ravenous, Glavenous, and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? How was Rav's stream? But like, I don't know. I really enjoyed checking out Linux. A lot of the things about Linux make it so much more of a pleasure to use than Windows. It's just the things that make Windows, like the reasons why Windows is actually like such a dominant platform aren't really anything about its operating system in terms of like the UI or the user experience or the desktop environment. It's really just to do with the fact that it's like so ubiquitous and so well supported in terms of hardware and software over the years. And that's why I need it, is because I need it to support the hardware on my computer. I need it to support the software that I use for streaming. And not all that is there on Linux yet, which is a bummer. Maybe someday. 2 nights in 1 week, you missed Rist. Well, welcome back. I really appreciate it, Ravenous Clavinus. How was your stream tonight? It was also just sucking up a lot of my time. Like, I really enjoyed spending time learning about, like, solutions to the problems I was encountering on Linux and solutions to the workflows I needed on Linux, but at the same time, it was preventing me from getting down and actually doing work that I wanted to do on the stream. And so now that I've stopped fussing around with it, I've already noticed myself being more focused, like, on actually trying to get some things done that I want to make the stream a better experience for folks. Stream was good. Finally reached Atalka with the new character, so farmed it all night. 1 clear soul and opened the lobby for chat. That sounds awesome. Nice job. I've never fought Atalka. I'm looking forward to it someday. How's mine going? Pretty well. So far, we've just been hunting Barroth. We're making some gunner armor right now. Ah! No, you're good. I know about all the monsters that are in that game. You didn't spoil any details about Atalka for me. Have I played GU? It was my first, well, Generations on the 3DS was my first game in the series. Was what got me into the series. And so I played a decent chunk of that, but it was my first one, so I didn't like clear everything, and I certainly didn't solo like everything either. I soloed some of Village, but then I got into a lot of like random term rubes in Hub and played lots of charm farming and lots of random multiplayer hunts. That's the only game in the series I've spent like a sizable amount of time playing multiplayer in. When GU came out, I played like 50 hours of it in Japanese, Double Cross, and then another like probably 50 to 100 hours of it in English when it came out as GU. But I still haven't hunted everything in that game. I've never hunted any of the deviants. I haven't done G rank, so there's a lot for me left to do in that game. I'm going to be doing a fresh, full playthrough of that game sometime in the next couple of years, and it's going to be massive. Like, it'll take probably over a year to fully complete for me. Did you finish the quest? Just getting the D Apex is huge. I saw your message, Martha. I was like, oh no, did he lose? No, you're good, Ravenous Cloudless. If you came in and posted like a paragraph of exactly how you beat Atalka's mechanics in a way that like described how the fight worked, I would be sad. But I don't care about you mentioning Atalka. You got this, Martha. Oh, we gotta go carve that Banabra. Not an option. We must. Oh, God. Hang on. Very important. Here. No! Shoot! The scam! The scam move right by my Banabra. I'm not gonna get the carve. I have to! No! Give me it! No! I'm compelled! No! Dang it. I tried. That's the rule. I could have handled that better if I actually wanted to get that carve, but I tried. I didn't know how much time I had before it despawned, so I was a little worried about it. This set looks so nice with this switch axe. Well, cheers, Ravenous Gladness. Enjoy your food. Thank you again for the raid. I'm going to shout you out here in a moment. I guess, let me do it right now. Yeah, you know what? Let me do it right now. I have a pause button. One moment. I don't want to forget, and you're still here. So, folks, if you want to hang out in a stream, let's going through GU and having a good time towards the end of that game. Go check out Ravenous Gladness' stream. The link is in the chat right now. I want to make sure we got this arm break. I think we did. If all is well, Ravenous, when you get back, you'll see our finished gunner set. Hey, Chris Blessing, welcome. The scam. The scam got us. What a scammy move. Oh, I'm sorry, Martz. Damn, that's so brutal. Oh, 44 minutes into a quest would just that would knock my mental out of shape. That quest sounds just ridiculous. Are you determined to do it solo, or is it something you can duo? It can be duoed. Would you like to duo it? I can't guarantee I would be any good at first. I'd have to get really, I'd have to practice up over the course of a couple hunts with you. But if that would help you with your goal of getting that barrage piercing and maybe get the quest done for me, that'd be fine. You're locked in now. Well, I mean, like, I'm not gonna do it right now tonight, but like, if you wanted to do it sometime soon, I would do it. But also, if you just want to do it in general solo now, like you're locked in, as in like you feel like vindicated that you must, then I get it. Versus warming up to Joe. It's more that, like, that sounds horrendous and I would like to help a friend, and also it means if I do it with Martz, I don't have to do it on my file, I don't have to solo it. I don't like the Apex system a whole lot. At least I have some complex feelings about the Apex system, or like some mixed feelings about the Apex system, so shortcutting in a hunt like that doesn't sound that bad to me. I am slowly warming up to Devil Joe, though. This week is the first time I feel like I'd actually say, like, I'm okay at fighting Devil Joe. I'm not gonna get scammed. Not this time. Yeah, I really like how this set looks. This set, like, gels really well with a nice host of colors. The green and the brown. So nice. Oh, we got scammed. The best pattern, the circle pattern. Excuse me. Got a little bit of a runny nose. I'm getting over a cold from this week. Getting dumpstered by Barroth. The circle. Circle into nothing. I think that's like the worst part about that pattern is like he doesn't really do anything out of it a lot of the time. Sometimes he'll do a charge, but not always. We got instantly scammed. We got double scammed. You know what, folks? Just like Yoshi, I bet Barroth doesn't pay his taxes. Ooh, that's a satisfying tail cut. Throwing that out of nowhere. He's a scam. That move, that mud move is such a scam. It's random. You cannot be safe from it unless you've chipped all the mud off or most of the mud off. And all the mud that comes out doesn't have patterns to it. It's randomized. It's such a scam. What a scammer. Doesn't pay taxes, Barroth. Well, there's one of the Ridge Pluses that we needed from a shiny drop. I'll take it, game. Thank you. There's another Ridge Plus that we needed. Now give me the claw. Actually, we don't even need the Ridge Pluses anymore. All we need is a Claw Plus. I shouldn't have said that just now. Now the game will not give me it. 18% chance from a body carve. 62% chance from breaking his front leg. Why was a ridge in the tail? Who knows? Okay, we're good. We got it. We also got a high rank charm. Nice. Psychic with a slot. That's cool. Erico, I hope you feel better, by the way. Stomach bugs are no fun. None at all. All right. We should be able to make our set now. We might need to go and do a Jaggi gathering quest. I'm not sure. Or some ore gathering to get the final Jaggi piece, but that should be just about done. I'm excited to see how it looks. This took more of our time tonight than I thought it was going to. Okay, I need Avian Finebone and Dragonite ore. Okay. We'll have to make a high rank gathering set probably as well. Are you planning on ending early tonight or for sleep or at 3 a.m. like usual? At 3 a.m. like usual. So we'll do another 2 hours of stream from now. Yeah. If I'd started around 9 p.m. Skiffy, I might have thought about ending early. I'm thinking of, I've been thinking a little bit about shifting the stream times a little bit earlier. I don't know. I've been feeling, I don't know. Staying up until 3 worked when, like, the earliest I had to be at work was, like, 8 in the morning. But sometimes I have to be at work at, like, 6 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning. And it's really rough going to bed at, like, 3 or 3:30 and then getting up at, like, 6. It's not good. So, I don't know. Been thinking about shifting the time just a little bit. Still trying to get an average of about 4 hours per stream, but like starting around 9 as opposed to starting around 10 or 10:30. It's like I don't really want to. I don't know. Right now I have a split sleep schedule where I'll sleep like between 2 and 4 hours at night, and then another like 2 or 4 hours in the afternoon. And I've been getting more and more sleep in the afternoons than the nights recently, and I'd like to kind of shift that balance back the other way. Okay, let's try and get that Dragonite ore first. I hope you can get Dragonite ore from the Sandy Plains. Hello, Ninja Frog. I should double check before we mine every node on the map. Dragonite ore. G-rank Sandy Plains. High-rank Sandy Plains only has it in the secret area. Well, rip. Well, let's at least get the Avian Fine Bone then. That's a bummer. Shoot. I should have checked. Misty Peaks probably would have had both Jaggi and Dragonite ore. My bad. I think I only need one Avian Fine Bone. It is amazing how much more detailed these Jaggi models are than the Dromes and Prey were in 2nd gen. Like, these guys look so much better than the Dromes and Prey did. That's like part of why I like showing off the earlier, like the handheld footage of these games is like, where else are you gonna find a game that's running at 240p but has animations and models like these? What greatsword is that? This is a longsword. It's an event longsword called the Tenebra. And when you sheath it, it gets all small, but when you draw it, it's all big. Yeah, see? It is a longsword. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's from one of the DLC quests. Oh well, that's that. We'll get Dragonite ore from another quest. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Regulus. The animations go a long way, and like even in the old games when they're kind of janky, like even in 1st and 2nd gen, where like you have monsters get kind of like glitch out a little bit sometimes, even then the animations are still pretty good. 3rd gen onwards are just like out of this world. It was clear that they made it an absolute like priority, starting with Try. How's it going? Pretty good. We spent the night so far just farming Barroth for the most part. We're making gunner armor. We did 2 or 3 quests last night with our low rank unupgraded Ludroth armor set, Ludroth gunner armor set, which didn't have any damage skills on it for gunner, just like stamina up for bow and like water attack up for some guns. And we decided it was time to make a high rank gunner set because we needed the damage, we needed the defense. We were getting one shot by a lot of stuff. Cool. Yeah. Hunter animations have made you tear up before? If you want to share, can you remember the context? Just gonna double check what we need for this. Jaggi leggings, we just need 1 piece of Dragonite ore. God damn it. We're going to go on a proper gathering quest around the Misty Peaks. We're going to get a bunch of, like, we're going to try and find a bunch of the materials that are on that map at this point in the game, see what stuff we can get in high rank. Because I haven't really done a gathering quest and just straight up gathered as much as we could in high rank yet. So let me invite along the Shockalockos. I'll queue up some good gathering quest music. If we're going to go out and do it, we should go out and do it. Let me store some stuff we won't need. We won't need mega potions. We won't need antidotes. We won't need power armor charms. We'll bring stakes. We'll bring paintballs. Don't need dung bombs. Iron pickaxe, bug net, barbecue spit, whetstone, mulberry. There you go. Plenty of space for gathering. Let me go ahead and eat for the gathering skills. Climber and gatherer, nice. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a harvest tour in the Misty Peaks. Okay, let me cue up some music. You just really appreciate the way they move, as well as the monsters. It's beautiful. It's cool. Someone put tons of work into it. They posted a picture on Twitter today of the motion capture rig they're using for Sunbreak. It was a huge room with some crazy looking stuff in it. Alright, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick before we go on this gathering run, which I know is not the most exciting thing in the world, but hopefully this gathering run will be our last quest before we finally have our bowgun set ready, and we can keep going through the village. If not, then whatever. We're just going to tool around, keep crafting. Alright, I'll see you later, Skippy. Cheers. I'll be right back, you guys. Thanks for being here. What Monster Hunter is this? This is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, The Lost Shoe. This is specifically running on the 3DS. It's got underwater combat in it. It's got some special rare monsters that don't appear in the later games. It's a pretty good time. Right now we're making some gunner armor out of Rathian, Barroth, and Jaggi parts. We're almost done with it. I just need to do one more gathering quest, I hope, and then I'll be ready to go. But right now I'm going to take like a, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe less, break. I was lurking a Rab stream and apparently it ended, so glad to be in here. Well, cheers. Yeah, Ravenous Glavenous took off for a little bit. They said they were going to get some food, but it was really nice of them to raid. Nice to meet you. The Lost Shoe. All right, BRB. All right, and we're back. Thank you guys for waiting for me. Yeah, I get you, Ravenous Cloudiness. I try and not touch my computer when I'm eating food either. I get really bothered by like greasy stuff on controllers and computers and stuff. Is that a longsword? Yes, it is the Lost Shoe. It's a weird event longsword. I'll show you in this gathering quest. Oh, right, I was gonna queue up some music. Yep, I'm with you, Ravenous Glavenous. Okay, so we're here for an actual gathering quest. Primarily, we're here to get Dragonite ore, but since we haven't gathered much around this map yet in high rank, I figured we go ahead and help ourselves. Let's see if there's a high rank Kelby carve. Oh yeah, so this event longsword, it becomes gigantic. It's pretty sick. Where'd that Kelby go? Maybe it ran away. Map's familiar. Yep, Misty Peaks is in Generations Ultimate as well. So you might recognize it from there. Nice cha-cha. Okay, in Portable Third there was a mining spot here. It doesn't appear like there's a mining spot in this area in 3 Ultimate. That's okay. Oh, actually, what's this? Oh, there's a dung spot here. That's good to know. I see it now. See what gathering stuff there is in Area 3 of this map. Portable Third had some weird gathering spots in here. Same with GU. GU has some weird super sprouts you have to get from this map. There's a mining spot in Area 2. I couldn't find it just now, Arson Dax. I tried looking for it. Hey, super sprouts. Like this music though, let's go. Nice, I'm glad you like it. This is from Monster Hunter Frontier. I think it's fun to put some varied music on when we're doing gathering quests, just because there isn't any in-game music for the most part. And just me talking over dead air is kind of boring. It's more towards the center of that large rock wall. I'll go back and look for it. May not have spawned. I don't think it spawned this time. I would have noticed if it had been like a 3U style gathering node for mining. What? There's a mining node in here? Whoa. That's crazy. I didn't know about that. Huh. More super sprouts, it looks like, too. A bamboo shoot from a mountain stream, often used in cooking. Yum. Cheers, The Lost Shoe. Thanks for the follow. It's nice to meet you. Just gonna lurk for now. It's past this shoe's bedtime. Have a follow. You'll check out next time. Well, cheers, Lost Shoe. Have a good night. It's nice to meet you. Hope you enjoyed the brief bit of Monster Hunter you saw here, and I hope I'll see you again. Hey, IRB Goodja. Thank you. Thank you very much for the sub. And for 17 months of subs is a long time. Thank you. How are you doing tonight, IRB? I was about to wonder if you get royal honey in this map. A supreme taste for the queen bee. Good for your health too. This one's really good. Just vibing out while you pick shrooms? Yeah, dude. Not just any shrooms, though. Do you see that? A rare mushroom that only grows near select stream-based plants. The Great Shroom. Along with the perfect shape and aroma. Even better than a unique mushroom, the Choice Mushroom. Just got a big promotion at work, so that's nice but stressful. I have had that happen like once in my life, but I remember kind of how that felt. Congratulations. Big congrats. I hope it leads to a lot of things to learn and just a more fulfilling relationship with work. Because I hope so. A small pink shard of ore. Rubbing it reveals a flowery scent. Man, so far I have been striking out on the Dragonite in this quest. It says you can get it in area 4, 6, 8, and the secret area. Oops, sorry, I bumped the mic there. So it should be in this area. We just haven't gotten it yet. Another dung spot here. Yamba. Kayamba, find item. Good job, Kayamba. Oh, there's another mining node. Nice. There's Carbolite. That's good. There's an advanced armor sphere. That's good too. What can we lose? Lose the honey. There's Dragonite. Cool. We just need the one. Yeah, I hope it leads to a more fulfilling experience with work. And if it doesn't, I hope it at least feels like an okay balance in terms of compensation for effort and everything like that. And like I said, I hope it teaches you new things. That's something where, like, even if something's kind of a rough working experience, at least you can learn some new things that you can either put on your resume or just like actual learned lessons about life and work and stuff. All right, I think that's probably good enough. We've gathered just about all the different kinds of gathering spots on the map. We've gotten our Dragonite, so we're gonna head back, try and finish crafting this armor set. Got plenty of account items too. Look at all those account items. That's crazy. That's 2,500 Zenny worth of account items. That's cool. Gosh, I love the Misty Peaks so much. Yeah, I like the mining nodes being a little more integrated in the environment. This is a nice in-between from like the old games where the mining nodes are like cracks in the wall that can sometimes be really hard to see, and the newer games where it's just like a gigantic ore node. That longsword is so sick. Missed for you explain where it's from. It's a DLC. It is a DLC or an event quest longsword. I don't think it's from a particular anime or anything. I think it's just a cool crossover design. All right, let's make our set. I'm excited. We're gonna have to put together some decorations too. Is this the gunner set? Yeah, we're working on a gunner set right now. We made our Blade Master set. We're actually making a couple gunner sets, I think, which is fitting, I guess. Okay, let's put it together. It's gonna look like that, which I think is pretty cool. I like how our Blade Master one looks better, but the boots are fun on that. And the Barroth stuff is pretty neat, to be honest. Like the big shoulder guard and shield on the arm. Kind of cool. Now for gemming it. We're going to need one attack jewel 2, which we do have. I think we already have that equipped even. So we should see attack up medium on our set already. Oh, not quite. Oh, we need 2 attack jewel 1s as well. We need a bunch of decorations for this. But yeah, we're making a couple variations on our gunner set. We're gonna make another version of this that gives recoil down and attack up small instead of this. This set eventually is going to give attack up M, recovery up, and steadiness +1. So this would be really nice for like guns where you don't need a lot of different shot types. You don't have heavy recoil. But for shots, for guns that have heavy recoil and would really benefit from having recoil down, we'll have a recoil down +1 set. Isn't the Barroth armor like way more boring in World and Rise? It's hard to say. This is a gunner design. The gunner designs were always a little bit different from the Blade Master ones, but some armor doesn't look quite as out there in the newer games. That's true. Okay, so we need a couple attack decos. We need Jaggi scales. Okay, well, we have to go hunt some more low-rank Jaggi. We already have the attack jewel 2. We need 2 attack jewel 1s. I need 3 sniper jewels, a medicine jewel 1, and 2 medicine jewel 2s. Okay, medicine jewel 1, I need 1 of them, and I can make it. Cool. Let's find the sniper jewels. Cool, and I need 3 of them. Okay. Your nostalgia didn't think the game looked this bad. Well, this is on the 3DS, Captain Timo. We're streaming off the 3DS because there's not much footage of this game running on the console. There's a Wii U version that looks a lot better than this. A lot higher res. It just actually runs a lot jankier. The 3DS version runs smoother than the smoother than the Wii U version, which is a bit of a bummer. Okay, so currently we have attack up small and steadiness. We're gonna get rec level up eventually, and we'll get attack up medium soon. Let's go get those Jaggi parts. You would think it would be the opposite of how they run. The Wii U port is just really, really badly optimized. It's a shame. It is a shame. Let me go ahead and register this before we forget it. Whoops. Hey, Ken. Welcome, welcome. Copium? Eh. I mean, like, I've demonstrably... I guess it could still be a copium, but I've demonstrably, like, measured it running a lot better than the Wii U version. The Wii U version output 60 frames a second, but a random subset of them are duplicate frames. Not like every other frame, not like every 30 seconds you get a duplicate frame. It's like a random subset of the 60 frames per second are duplicates, and it makes it feel super bad. There's also input lag on the Wii U that isn't present on the 3DS. Was 3U originally on the 3DS or the Wii U? It came out on the 3DS first, and when it launched in America, it came out when it launched internationally outside of Japan, it came out on 3DS and Wii U at the same time. Well, it's good to see you, Ken. Welcome, welcome. We spent most of the night making our first Gunner mixed set. We just started high rank a couple days ago here. I gotcha, IRB Gidja. Well, props to you for stepping up. Props to you. Okay. Okay, let's create those Jaggi scales. We got empty our inventory out. Hello, Shadow upon the Tempest. But yeah, the Wii U version looks very, genuinely very pretty. I was thinking there's something interesting about the Wii U version. It's still a port of a handheld game. Like, it's still ostensibly the 3DS game being ported and then run on the Wii U. But in some ways, it looks a little more designed to fit the, like, HD screen than GU does. So it's interesting. It might be, like, folks have talked about it might be, out of the older Monster Hunter games, obviously pre-World, it might be the nicest looking console Monster Hunter. In terms of how sharp it is, and the colors, and the designs. Like, it looks really quite good. Okay, we need Jaggi. Just Jaggi scales. Do we have a Jaggi slaying quest? We probably do. Yeah, we do. I think for me, what makes GU maybe less visually appealing, like, it's a really cool game, is that it's hard for that much content dredged up from so many years to all look visually consistent. Like, it's hard to take the really old first and second gen maps and remake them, and it's hard to take the third and fourth gen maps and just kind of up-res them, and also take all the weapons and armor and do like a subset of like up-resing and remaking for HD and have it look cohesive. And I think sometimes it kind of suffers for that. Some stuff looks really good, some stuff looks like just okay. Some of it looks really good, but just a little bit differently styled from one another, whereas 3U is very cohesive. That's what sticks out to me. I think Portable Third HD is probably also up there with 3U, but 3U probably does look a little better. They both are HD games. Portable Third HD is really, really pretty. Should play some more of that game sometime. I wish my PS3 didn't sound like a jet engine. Uchi did an incredible job with that emote, didn't they? Initially, the idea for that thing was just going to have it be like just the hat viewed from above, like just the icon of the hat almost. And they took it and turned it into that, and they did a really good job. They also did a good job of like making it where I feel like you can use it to say hello. You can maybe use it if you're smug about something. It's a cool little emote, I think. Well, 3U on the Wii U is definitely saturated. Even more saturated than this 3DS version, honestly. Cheers, Quill. Thank you. Thank you very much, and enjoy that gift sub from them, Ken. From Quill to you. That is very kind of you. Saturated, but it's also very bright. I think you could say it's very stylized. 3U is very saturated, but it might not be quite as visually stylized as GU is in some ways. This is a good song. God, this is such a good song. This isn't even necessarily a Frontier song. It's just freaking great. Scooped. Quill is so nice. They are. Folks are very generous with the gift subs around these parts. Wish this one came to the main series. You're a weird troll, Marks. Tip's hat. Hi, Basil. Welcome to you, too. Explain this. Explain Ristretto. That is a screen capture of me dancing with KFC chicken wings to the Teostra theme, and then our friend Shoaib Yunus, when we were playing through Monster Hunter Rise, screen capped it and then put Dongo on top of the chicken wings. And so now you have Ristretto. That really is a weird story, isn't it? But it's Dongo because of Monster Hunter Rise. Alright. We need 2 attack jewel 1s. I hope we got enough scales for it. I don't want to go out and fight more Jaggi. Okay, yeah, we got plenty. The fact that you actually did that is great. It was pretty fun. You're not sure it makes any more sense? No, not really. My Dongo song cover should be on command. We probably should add those to command so they don't get lost to time. I don't even know. I'd have to search to find the clips of me singing the Dongo songs. Dongo 1, Dongo 2. Because we sang them in both English and Monster Hunter language. You think you have them Nook marked? Oh, well, thank you. If you can pull them up, I would appreciate it. How much did you get paid for the chicken wings clip? I mean, I'm sure people like gifted some subs or something at the time, or I don't know. I think people enjoyed it. I didn't necessarily get paid anything for it. Instead, I bought chicken. I bought KFC for it. I went out and explicitly paid for chicken I wouldn't normally eat. I don't normally eat KFC. It's fine, but I'm not like a fried chicken person. There we go. Attack up medium and steadiness 1. We need to hunt Qurupeco before we can get the recovery up decoration. So for now, this set is done. But there's our first high rank gunning set. We'll make the other variations of it soon, but I think we've done enough of that tonight. We have like an hour and a half of the stream left, so we can go ahead and work on some other stuff. Let us tweak the colors. That's important too. All right, the head should be orange. The chest, we're going to say, is green. The arms are going to be green. The waist is going to be green. It's just going to be little highlights of color there. The legs, we're going to make green as well, I think. Yeah, here we go. I like it. There we go. Mixed sets. I'm happy. Good stuff. Also, nice ways to chat upon the Tempest. All right, what should we hunt? Let's see. What's next? Probably Celluloid Castellan. I don't know why either. All right, our next quest. Oh, do we really only have... Okay, we have 2 quests left. You know what? We have 2 quests. We have Great Jaggi, and we have Qurupeco. So I think we're just going to do the Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon now. I'm not going to make you guys, like, wait all evening while we farm Barroth and be like, all right, get hyped for the next quest. It's Great Jaggi. No, I'll do that in a little while. For now, I'll let you guys pick my weapon for a Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon, which is exciting because we need Qurupeco materials in order to make the recovery up decorations that'll finish these sets. So, if you would like if you would like to choose my weapon for a Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. Jaggi's cool. What do you mean? He is cool, but he's not essentially very exciting after hours of farming Barroth. Whoa, golden eggs. Yo, that's the first time I've ever seen that. Heck yeah, thank you very much. I'll take some golden eggs, thank you. Keep gold and silver eggs for fate decos. I might have been selling a lot of silver eggs. I will not immediately sell them. Like a lot of silver eggs, but it's okay. We need lots of Zenny. We need lots of Zenny for things. Not big on the fate skill anyway, it's true. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and say last call for that Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon. If you want to choose my weapon for our next quest, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. Not only that, Ken, but Twitch gave us a lot of extra emote slots now. They gave us like a total of, like, they gave us some ones that you can just use when you're a follower on the channel. They gave us some more regular emote slots. They're supposed to be giving us animated ones on Twitch soon. So Uchi is going to be working on a couple other designs in the future too. We have some ideas rolling around. I found it so paralyzing trying to just like decide, or so choice paralyzing before trying to decide on like one emote to fill a slot. Like, what one emote do we want? But when they open up like 10 slots at once, it's like, man, we can just have all these new ideas and let them all come in and be awesome. So I'm excited about it. Uchi's done a great job so far. There's also, you probably saw Ristretto recently, but there's also Ristretto. All right, let's see what we're gonna use. Stream Elements, no. Hang on, Stream Elements is all busted. There we go. IRB, good job. What would you like me to use for a Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon? What weapon would you like to see? Lance? All right, let's get it. Also, check out how cool these look together. So here's the Blade Master set, which I really like the look of. And here's the Gunner set. Only took 40 years to get Ristretto again. Well, it's also not my face. I didn't want there to be a face version of that. Thanks, Martha. I'll put those in a second. Oh, God. All right. Oh, shoot. Whoops. Forgot the link. Thank you for finding those marks. I appreciate it. It would have taken me a while. There you go. We got dongle 1, 2, 3. Those 3 clips. I haven't listened to those in a while. I don't think I want to. It's not right now. We will sometime soon. We'll listen to the... Maybe we'll listen to the Dongo song before we go to bed. Something truly cursed. Alright. Let's go ahead and get all the items we need out of the box, and then we'll go hunt those Qurupeco. I'm excited. I'm wondering if they're going to be able to call other monsters to help them. I don't know if they will be able to. Seeing as it's a Hunt-A-Thon and they're on the map, I'm not sure if it's going to work like that. Look very unsure halfway through the Monster Hunter language one. It's basically gibberish. You can't blame me. Alright, cheers, Ken. Much love to you too. Stay well. I hope to see you around sometime soon. I hope to see you around whenever, really. Be well, bud. It feels good to finally have mixed sets. That's making mixed sets and remembering those mixed sets fondly after the fact. Like once, like I can think back to some of our mixed sets from early 4 Ultimate or like 4 Ultimate's high rank, and I remember them really fondly even now, like a year later. It's just really fun being able to think back on those and be like, yeah, that was a really cool set. We had some good times with that set, and I'm excited that I got to make some already for in high rank here for Blightmaster and Gunner. It just makes me pleased. It's a big part of my enjoyment of the series, I think, is making mixed sets and then remembering them. Alright, it'll be interesting to see how this works. We have a couple of other clips. I don't know if I'm going to put all of them in. The Dongo one I want on there because... Kezu Roar cover? I'll have to check this later. If I like it, maybe I'll add it. I don't remember this clip. You just want to share? Okay, that's fine. You're fine to share the clips. Is that a Barroth Lance? Yes, it is. It's a low-rank Barroth Lance. Why do you have these bookmarked? That's so weird. Okay, Qurupeco's not out this way. They'll probably come here to Area 5 pretty soon. You made a folder like 2 weeks into watching the stream, you just add new clips into it. You probably got quite a lot in there then. This music is not going to fit Qurupeco. I have a hard time finding Qurupeco on this map. He can spawn a couple different places. It might summon Danger Pickle. I'm intrigued, like I'm curious to see if he can actually summon monsters. It's a Hunt-A-Thon. And in Hunt-A-Thons and other multi-monster quests, usually like the game has some hard limits on how many monsters it can kind of bring into memory. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be able to actually call anything. That's something I'm really intrigued about. I think it might just call small monsters. Alright, this is our first time hunting a high-rank Qurupeco. We've hunted high-rank Crimson, though. The combos. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he is called Small Jaggi there. He's really weak to ice. Oh, no, never mind. There's our answer. He can indeed call. That was a large monster call for sure. That was a Wrath, I think. Yeah, this is a really goofy music to have playing for a Qurupeco hunt. This theme's part better than you remember. It reminds me of Evangelion. With some of the guitars in it. There we go. He's easy to dunk, it's fun. He holds his head at like just the perfect height for dunks. Speaking of Ava, apparently someone got the rights to print of a new Ava Blu-ray. That'd be cool. I still haven't seen the latest rebuild. I need to watch it. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Was that a summon? It was calling for a Wrath, but I don't know if a Wrath is going to show up. Very weak to ice? Yeah, super weak. Oh, we got whetstones. That's not good. That's really not good for a Hunt-A-Thon. We'll have to go gather some after this Qurupeco. Actually, maybe even before this Qurupeco's dead, we might have to go gather some. Nope. Here she is. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna have to go gather some. Like now, I think. Sorry, Qurupeco, we were unprepared. I knew I forgot something. I put all the whetstones away when I was doing a gathering quest because you get so many whetstones from mining spots. It's kind of a bummer. We should be able to get at least a couple from this cave, and then also there's a special whetstone gathering spot in Area 7. Hello? No mining nodes. What the hell? Wait, what? Not a single mining node in the cave? Wall cracks? This is the wall crack. There's nothing there. That's cursed. Okay, there's one. One spawned in. We're good. The Blu-ray's 5 discs and has the entire main series, the Death or whatever it's called movie, the end of Ava, plus some VA editions and the bonus content. So like all of Ava, that's nice. Yeah, this seems problematic. We might need to abandon, which is crummy. I don't want to abandon. Do you think Lance Garden was never need an overhaul? Yeah, I do. It feels like they are very expensive at the top level. So, if, like, let's say 5 points in Gen 3, or, you know, guard plus 2 or 3 in the older games. Even at the top level, there are still some attacks that you can't guard properly. And it's super expensive, and it feels like Lance really relies on it for most of its moveset, especially as you go through the games and you get to 4th and 5th gen where you're supposed to be guarding and countering so much. And the point, the fact that you need so much of it for your weapon to feel like fully utilized or fully useful, and it doesn't fully negate all the knockback or like really make it so you can actually exploit all monsters' movesets is kind of bad. I was talking with Big G Money about it recently. They have some interesting opinions about guarding in general, but I don't know. That was something we shared an opinion on, was that it's just like way too expensive for not enough return. Yeah, way too expensive to like if you think about it, we're like, okay, you think about bow, right? Bow in Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise has bow charge plus, which is considered a mandatory skill, yeah? Like, or at least not mandatory, but it's considered a very advantageous skill for bow in Monster Hunter World and Rise because it's 1 extra level of charge damage and you can stay at that extra level of charge and keep your combo up, and that's very important. That is a single point deco, and it's hard to get it, but it's a single point deco. Lance needs guard, and in some cases guard up for a similar level of functionality and damage utility, and it's 5 points. 5 expensive points. It's ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. So comparing those two decos, especially because I think Bow Charge Plus is a level 1 slot deco? Maybe? Is it a bow? What slot chart? What slot type? What slot type is Bow Charge Plus in Rise? Is it 1 or 2 slots? Is it 2 slot? Okay, well still, 5 2 slots compared to 1 2 slot with I would call those a similar level of utility for a weapon. It's just ridiculous. To the point where like I'd like to see guard 3 level of knockback protection be built into the weapon. I'd like to see either 1 or 2 decorations. 1 deco that's like a level 3 slot, really rare, that gives you level 5 level of guard and guard up in 1, or just one deco that gives you guard plus and gives you full guard 5, and then one other deco that gives you guard up and gives you guard up. That's what I would like to see. That would feel more balanced to me, and it would feel like by default in World and Rise, it feels like when you're making Gunlance or Lance sets, you're just screwed. You've got a laundry list of skills that you want to have in there, from your damage skills to your quality of life to your sharpness to your guard, and you cannot fit them all in. It feels almost impossible. The sets that fit in most of the skills are amazing, and like it's kind of cool that like Gunlance and Lance have to compromise and actually have to like prioritize different things in their set building, like you used to have to do in all your sets in all the games for all types of weapons. But if you're going to let all types of weapons just have all their cake and eat it too with their set design, why are you shafting the guard weapons? That's how it feels to me. So yeah, I do think that guard needs an overhaul. Nice emote from Cal. Might want to paintball it again. Good idea. So yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated about that. It means that my lance sets and my gunlance sets never feel quite as comfy, and they always feel like, that would be okay. It would be okay if you couldn't fit everything, if lance and gunlance felt massively more powerful or massively more advantageous, but they don't. They don't feel massively more powerful. If anything, they're slightly on the weaker side of things. Slightly. The obvious solution is just nerf all iframes hard and make the evade skills buff them significantly. Lance and Gunlance are pretty comfy pro Spatialis. Yeah, just get to the very, very end of the game and then you're set. What? You only exist in endgame? Okay, well, to each their own. Ah! Yeah, that's my thoughts on the guard stuff. Did it though, Vio? I don't think it did. I feel like even with guard 5, I still got some knockback with stuff. I might be misremembering, but I don't think so. I don't think it totally fixed that. Def did? Okay, you've probably tested it more thoroughly than I have, but I don't know. I recall guard 5 not compared to World. Okay. I remember guard 5 not really fixing everything. Rise is also a high rank game. That's fair. Don't worry, guys. Guard 7. Guard 7's coming. All your 2 slots belong to us. Hello, Sparta. Welcome. How's everyone tonight? I'm doing okay. I think I might need to abandon this quest. I don't think I'm going to have enough whetstones to finish this quest. We have 5. No. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna have to restart this over. We're not gonna have enough whetstones for this quest. We have to kill 3 Qurupeco. I forgot to bring whetstones and we had to gather them in the quest there. That's an interesting idea too, Marks. I just don't want to get to the point where we're like 2 Qurupeco's in and we can't gather any more whetstones off of the map and we're just like bonking it to death with red sharpness. That sounds awful. I normally keep plenty of whetstones as well. I forgot because we were doing a gathering quest and I usually take them out when we're doing gathering quests so we can pick some more up. Isn't it Hunt-A-Thon 2 or is it 3 in high rank? Let me see. I think it varies by game, actually. Excuse me. Okay, Qurupeco. It is 2 Qurupeco's. It is not 3. So we might have been okay there, but I don't know. That's good too. That's good too, Lord Castellan. I feel like there are lots of ways they could do it. It's just right now they're not yet. Yep. Hopefully they'll address that. Hopefully we'll see them address that. It just hurts, man. It just hurts seeing Longsword get like 4 games of just nothing but blessings, and other weapons like Lance and Gunlance not get like nothing, but have like core deficiencies with the modern state of the game. It just hurts. Yes, I did, Lord Castellan. That's a good point too. Is that Charge Blade is the other main guarding weapon, and it can get guard 2 or 3 innately just by getting red shield. Want to make yourself invisible for a second? Yeah, I can facilitate that. Here we go. You're gonna do 3U on Switch, aren't you? Sorry for the black bars. Man, it's weird. It's weird looking up there and not seeing the cam. Where's Coffee Man? That's a capybara. Don't worry. Or it's an Iodrome, excuse me. Alright, I'm back. This Lance, my goodness. This Lance has a super cool little ping when it does guard advances. It's cool. Looks like we're dropping some frames, internet-wise. I'm sorry. Hopefully it won't be for too long here. My apologies. You're welcome, Skiffy. Have fun with whatever you're going to do with that. Twitch doesn't let you chat, which is stupid. Yeah. Like, I feel like at the point where they've waited like 2.5 years, no, sorry, 4 years to add the Twitch app to Switch. Jeez, it's been a long time since the Switch came out. At the point that I've waited 4 years to add the Twitch app, it's like, why even bother if you're not going to add a Twitch app where you can chat? Like, what? I don't know, Marks. There are lots of ideas that could be cool. I think it's hard for me to decide on like what I think would be like. There's lots of different ideas for like ways you can improve Lance's existing moves, ways you could add like new guarded options that come out of knockback or that negate knockback. Like there's lots of cool ways you could do it. Twitch on Switch is more for like background lurking for more than anything, with which in your opinion you're fine with. That's fair. I mean, it's nice that you can do it. It's just like I feel like at the point that you're like deciding, okay, it's 4 years in, the Switch has a large enough install base that we're gonna put in the work to make a Twitch app. Like, why would you not make chat work? It's just a weird decision. It's built for a TV screen. Yeah, but people still like, you've got a controller. People, I don't know, people still like having chat on TV. Can you see the chat? Can you at least see the chat? I haven't checked it out myself. Ouch. Having a hard time with these two. Qurupeco quests get out of hand fast, man. You can't see chat at all. They shouldn't have made that up. Just straight up, you shouldn't have made that. If you can't even see chat, what are you doing? That's like half of Twitch, is being able to see the conversation that's going on. Granted, there are some streams where I don't want to see chat. Like when I'm watching Smash Bros, I don't want to see that toxic chat. But for like the streams I actually want to interact with the streamer, even if it was just like I wanted to watch the stream and watch the conversation, it's like, that's crazy. I don't know if you can say worst app on Switch, but that's just very disappointing is all. Hell yeah. Use Lance Slap, people. Well, I don't think they spent 4 years developing it, Skiffy. There's no way that's true. Not with that limited feature set. It just took them 4 years to decide it was worthwhile to make. They didn't say like 4 years ago, we're making a Twitch app. No. They had the time. I don't think you need to go out of your way to complain to them. I mean, like you can if you want to, but I don't think that will do much. That'll be a waste of your negative energy. Oh man, that Qurupeco's going all the way out to the sea. My goodness. But it went around the map this way. What a troll. I could have followed it much more directly. No marks. You've already got rolls in every direction you want. Hey, it's Pikmin Jake. Welcome, Pikmin Jake and Raiders. Hello, hello. Hey, Jackal Gang. I hope it was a nice stream over at Pikmin Jake's place tonight. We're working on a Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon here in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. How'd you get here? Hello, Red Physical. Pikmin Jake raided, so they threw you over to our stream here. I'm Rist. It's nice to meet you. Hi. We're playing 3 Ultimate tonight. I hope they had a nice stream. I'll shout out their stream in just a moment here. I think most recently, Raiders, what were they playing tonight? Most recently, I've seen them playing 4 Ultimate on Twitch most of the time. We're showing off Monhun mods for Jurassic Park. Wait, Monster Hunter mods for a Jurassic Park game or Jurassic Park mods for Monster Hunter? Oh, a dino game. Cool. What are the Monster Hunter mods like? I've never seen a Qurupeco summon a Lagiacrus. That would be cool. That would be crazy. Hey, Markabyss. Yeah, Pikmin Jake, thank you so much for the raid. We were just having a discussion about how we felt about the guarded weapons in the newer games in the series, and if we thought that the guard skills could serve to be changed up a bit in order to make guarded weapons a little bit more. I don't know. It feels like a lot of the other weapons have a lot of liberties that the guarded weapons don't, to me, and that the guarded skills are too expensive for not enough utility, unfortunately. You threw them together last week, replaced a Cartauros with Glavenus, and Jaggi and Lagiacrus were added as well. That's pretty cool. Nice. But we were just having a discussion about guarded weapons while doing a Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon. We just moved on to high rank a couple days ago in this game. We made our first mixed set out of Rathian and Barroth and Jaggi parts. We're here hunting the Qurupeco for completion, but also because we need some medicine decorations for recovery up. We're gonna have recovery up on this set, as well as speed sharpening and attack up. Red Physical, thanks for the follow. Cheers, it's nice to meet you. Some of you filled the weapon list with meat. We did. We didn't do all of them. There's like 2 weapons I didn't make, Jackal Game, but we completely filled our low rank weapon collection list up, and then we went and got to high rank. I'll show the list in a second here. Good job on the low rank weapon collection. Thank you. It is right here. We got quite a few weapons. There's a couple on there we didn't finish, but just about everything. We have almost a full page of weapons. And it's not all the weapons in the game or anything. It's just the weapons I thought were cool. Now we're moving on to high rank. This is the first rank of high rank village, and so far it's been really fun. Pink Rathian is insane at this point in the game, and then we killed an intruding Devil Joe, which was really fun. I wasn't expecting him to be there. We're listening to Frontier music. It isn't the most thematically fitting right now. That was weird. There was nothing there for him to attack. I'm surprised at how much health he has for a Hunt-A-Thon. I guess it is a high rank Qurupeco though. And we're still using a low rank weapon, so. Huh. That went through my guard somehow. Interesting. It's healed itself a couple times too. That's fair. It has. Oh, our paintball wore off. We'll have to pay attention to the spot on the ground. Straight that way, huh? Calling that Wrath before I could get close to it. Uh-oh. Mistimed that. That's a bad habit I have, is preemptively countering just when I'm not even sure if the monster's going to do anything. You did it, Martz? Nice job! Oh my goodness. You've been talking about that quest for like a year, maybe. Get your barrage piercing, dude. That's amazing. Nice job. For those of you who just got here, our friend Martz just cleared the crazy grudge match Apex Devil Joe arena solo in 4U with heavy bowgun, which is, they don't give you enough ammunition, it's awful. You're reduced to normal 1 by the end of it. against an Apex Devil Joe. Marth has joined the pantheon of grudge match clearers. Someday I'll try that. If we ever return for Ultimate season of Twitch someday. Also, it's also no healing items. Oh, what the hell? Really? How many cards do you get? Okay, we don't need to listen to White Fatalis. I'm skipping that one. Oh, while this Qurupeco gets away, let me go ahead and shout out Pikmin Jake's channel. Folks, if you want to follow someone on Twitch who really, really cares about Monster Hunter a whole lot, thinks cool thoughts about it, makes cool content about it, check out Pikmin Jake's channel. Uh-oh. I misspelled their name. How did I spell? Wait. Oh, I put Pikman. Excuse me. I'm showing my unfamiliarity with frickin' Pikmin. I'm sorry. It's not Pikman. Pikman Jake. I guess it's fair. Pikmin Jake is now Pikman Jake. It's the name of a popular IP. I've never played Pikmin. Not in my life. I'm sorry. Although I probably could spell it correctly if you asked me. We'll follow. You should. They have some excellent stuff on YouTube as well. But their Monster Hunter streams and their streams in general have sounded nice recently as well. I haven't gotten to catch one yet. I'd like to. We've almost got our first Qurupeco down. It took a little longer than I was expecting it to, which is kind of cool. I'm down with that. Went the other way. It went up to the nest. It's calling cats. It can make cat noises. I've never heard it do that. What the hell? That's hilarious. A Qurupeco meowing is so cursed. It makes sense for it to be like roars, but man, something about it making just cat meows is hilarious. 4 monsters left. That's crazy. It makes sense it can call cats. I never thought about it. Your streams, you mostly talk about what Monster Hunter means thematically, like narrative analysis and lore criticism. That is something that I don't talk about almost at all. There's so much like stuff out there that's like lore that's like not legitimate. That's just kind of like stuff people make up that we don't really talk about it too much here on this stream. So folks, if you want to hear someone talk about that sort of story side of things, that world side of things, that like world building side of things, that lore side of things, please do check out Pikmin Jake's stream. He did say lore. All right, I'm gonna really quickly run and blow my nose. I hate being sick. I'll be right back. I apologize for the break. Enjoy the frontier music. When I get back, we're gonna hunt this second Qurupeco. I'm gonna snot all over everything if I don't. So I'll be right back. Oh, I'm so sorry for punching the microphone. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for the delay. Yeah, getting over being sick is no fun. All right, the first Qurupeco spawned in like Area 7, I think. Either Area 7 or Area 8. We should just probably go hang out in Area 8, honestly. It's been super neat to get to follow your channel since back then, Mr. Jacob. Hey, look, a Qurupeco. Also, GeoGhost. Or sorry, GeoGhost. I think that's how I pronounce that. Welcome. Still got hit. This is my first time playing through 3 Ultimate. I've played through Portable Third before, but 3 Ultimate's a whole different beast. 3 years have passed since then. Don't think those videos have held up. I think they do. I mean, like, I'm sure you have more in-depth things you'd like to say on the music. And I mean, your opinion on your own videos is more valid than mine. But in terms of like music critique, there's not really any other videos out there, or even just pieces, written pieces, or video pieces, talking about Monster Hunter's musical styles over the years. So I think it's valuable that they're there. Ugh. Try as your first Monster Hunter and 3 is your most played. Gotcha. I started with Generations, but I've played a little bit of all the different generations now. It's a confusing sentence. I started with the entry Generations on the 3DS, and I've gone back and played a little bit of all the different eras of Monster Hunter at this point. What we're doing on this stream is we're trying to play through the games super slowly and thoroughly. So we're clearing all the quests in order, using on-rank gear, and we're letting chat pick my weapon a lot of the time. So that means that we kind of get randomized weapon matchups. Our friend, I believe IRB Goodja, picked Lance for this quest. And it does mean that I spend a lot of time farming up a bunch of different designs and weapons, so that I have lots of options for any of the hunt requests. That's awesome, Marth. You started with Gen on the 3DS too? I really like it. I have a soft spot for it. I know for a lot of folks it was like where the series jumped the shark or something, but I still have some fond memories. I've actually, because it was my first game, I haven't played Generations or Generations Ultimate all the way through to completion. I haven't fought the Deviants before. So someday I get to go back and take on all those neat fights for the first time. How much do you enjoy first gen? Admittedly, not as much as second gen. Second gen might be my favorite. I really enjoy Monster Hunter Free Unite, but I went back and played Monster Hunter Freedom this year, and it felt like just jankier, more limited Unite, and I had a hard time enjoying it. I think I would enjoy Monster Hunter 1 or Monster Hunter G more than Freedom. I don't know. I'm willing to go back and try it again, but I just wasn't having very much fun streaming Freedom. At least not in the way we usually stream games. So I quit and changed to this game instead. But we played through all of Low Rank Village, all the quests. And like, there were bits I really enjoyed about Freedom. The progression was totally different than what I thought it was going to be, and it was exciting to kind of see that. I don't know, it was just interesting to see how they introduced different monsters at different points in the game. Also, it had really nice flavor text for things, for the weapons and the armor, and for the hunter's notes. The hunter's notes were really, really charming. They were written from the perspective of in-universe characters, like in-universe hunters or researchers, and they were really fun to read through. I really enjoyed those parts of the game. But, I don't know. I just didn't have as much fun with it as I was hoping to. I still can't totally tell you why. That is them, GeoGhost. Yeah, GeoGhost, I also would say I probably haven't finished a Monster Hunter game all the way yet. The closest I've come is with Free Unite and 4 Ultimate, where I've cleared like the vast majority of their G ranks. But even in those games, there's some quests I still want to clear. There's loads of gear I still want to make. I'm not done with any Monster Hunter games. Yep, you have. You found Pikmin Jake. That's them. Filibuster is an interesting way of describing that video. I really like that video. I don't agree with everything that Jake says in it, but there's so many interesting ways of thinking about things that, like, even if you disagree with it, I think it's more fun to kind of just think through the different perspectives and go like, wow, that is a different way of thinking about things, and enjoy the different thought-provoking, like, discussions that brings up. Good. I'm glad they got you on a bit of a Monster Hunter spree. That's awesome. All these games, like, I don't know, each person's gonna have a different spot in the series where they jive with the best, where they find the game where they're like, this really fits my sensibilities in the series, because people enjoy the games differently. Some people enjoy preparing and hunting, some people enjoy speedrunning, some people enjoy collecting, some people enjoy challenge runs, some people enjoy multiplayer. And depending on what you enjoy, there's so many different ways you might enjoy a slightly older game or a slightly newer game, depending on the different things that influence how you have fun in the series. And so it's really, like, I think it's worth experiencing the whole series, honestly, to see what sticks out to you and how you enjoy the games from each of the entries. For you, the best middle ground is 3U and 4U. I'm really interested to see how I feel about 3U as I get through towards more of high rank and G rank. I didn't really think about it before starting 3U, but it makes sense that this game might be my ideal, because I really like Free Unite for its bigger health pools and its tougher challenges, but it can be pretty janky sometimes. And I really like 4U for, like, its progression and the amount of content it's got, and just, like, the weapons are in a pretty nice place in 4 Ultimate, I feel like. But I disagree with some of the ways they really made the monsters super fast. And I don't totally, like, some monsters in G rank have some really wicked patterns that don't feel totally fair to me. In terms of, like, the monsters feel like they outpace the hunters a bit, even in that game a little bit, in terms of movement speed with some of the stuff. Not all monsters, and not their whole kit, but just some stuff sticks out to me as just a little bit too fast. So this game might be kind of my ideal. We'll see. We'll see as we get through it. Have I fought the final boss yet? In this game? No, we're in high rank. I've never played through this game before. You also love World for a bunch of reasons? Yeah, I really like Rise for a ton of reasons. I have a harder time liking World. I'm revisiting World right now. Once a week on Saturdays, I'm playing a bit of Monster Hunter World to try and revisit it and form some fresh impressions of it. I'm still pretty mixed about it, is how I think I would describe it so far. But I'm going into it with a positive mindset, trying to experience things and go like, hey, what can I find to really appreciate and acknowledge about this game? It tried so many things. It swung for the fences in so many ways, trying so many new aspects. I just don't think it landed all of them. Not that every Monster Hunter does, but World has a lot more things that kind of harsh my mellow than usual for a Monster Hunter game. Yes and no, Skiffy. Yes and no. There's ups and downs. Yeah, he's so weak to ice. I like how tanky these Qurupeco are. Like, they're in a multi-monster quest and they still feel quite nice in terms of how long they last, health-wise. I bring World up just to say that, like, I'm enjoying kind of going through and forming fresh impressions about it. I don't want to just turn this into thing bad chat. It's way too easy to get thing bad chat going. Oh, shoot. Oof. And with defense down, or elemental defense down too. That's bad. That's a pretty prescient way of describing that, Jake. Because Rise has so many things individually that I like about it, but it has some flaws too that mean that some people can't enjoy it. World, I like the some of it, but I really don't like a lot of different things about it. Like, Rise definitely gels more with how I enjoy Monster Hunter. So where, like, Rise is one of my favorite games in years I've played. But that's a really prescient way of describing that. I am just getting owned by this Qurupeco. You go, Qurupeco. You beat me up. Almost caught there. Okay, I still have a paintball on it. We still have 2 herbs to our name. Yeah, that was that's one of my foremost impressions, Jake, from trying World out recently is, holy crap, Rise is full of Monster Hunter fan service. When you compare it to, like, how many things World changed about some of the core little tenets of how Monster Hunter works, from, like, the bare bones weapon designs to the progression of quests where you've got, like, the streamlined solo progression without hub and village, to just a bunch of different stuff. There's a bunch of little differences of just, like, regular Monster Hunter things that they changed up in World, and they totally could have stuck with those changes, but many of them they went back to how things used to be in Monster Hunter games prior, and it feels like it just totally catered, even down to the art style and, like, the location of oh god, I can't remember the name. Oh no. The village in Rise. Shit. Kimura, thank you. That was nowhere in my brain, dude. What the hell? I played so many hours of that game. How did I forget the name Kimura? Even down to the Kimura village's design. Just feels like it was designed as, like, fan service, whereas World was designed to try and appeal to a large AAA, like, Western audience more so than ever before. It was just a brain fart. Oh shoot, the bounce. Wow, that was a weird interaction. That was a really weird interaction. You got any guard on that set? Nope. This is just a general Blade Master set. It's got attack up medium and speed sharpening right now, and then once we finish hunting Qurupeco, it's going to have recovery up. Yeah, it's interesting, Pikmin Jake. I think it speaks to the different things that you and others look for in games. For me, it's like my enjoyment of the game is based a lot around, like, if there's neat equipment for me to collect and how much I like using the weapons, how well I feel like the weapons and monster movesets mesh together to create a good challenge. I think World really missed on that front. Like, I don't really, like, I haven't played through the whole thing recently, but I feel like it has a hard time providing proper challenge, and the ways it has to, the things it has to resort to get challenging fights is just, like, kind of rough. Whereas Rise, I feel like, has nice challenging fights with monsters, but then it feels really lacking on, like, the world building side of things, the environmental side of things, and some of the, like, hunting and preparation side of things. It's interesting. I love that. I love this series so much for the fact that you can have people who prefer one thing over the other in that way and, like, still enjoy the game so much. Hello, Marlene. Welcome. How's it going? Hey, we got a heal. I needed a heal, too. We are working on a Qurupeco Hunt-A-Thon. We are out of healing now. Man, I really took that much damage doing the first Qurupeco, huh? Oh, man, it went the other way. I'm sorry. Don't think you ever go back now, but for you, such a good game. That's a bummer, Floey. I hope someday you find a way to go back. These games are still worth experiencing, I think. But I understand folks who are like, yeah, I've gotten too used to some of the things. Like if someone was looking at the games from a different perspective than I am, and trying to get different things out of it than I am, I can see how some of the quality of life additions would just be too core to their enjoyment of the game. That Wrath has gotta be annoyed. Not as annoyed as me. Welcome back, Pikmin Jake. Or sorry, I misread that. Another green name. Welcome back, Shadow Upon the Tempest. I apologize. That's always awkward when I get the wrong name because of color. Welcome back, Shadow Upon the Tempest. It would just take some time to get used to it again, Floey. You could do it. I believe in you. If you ever had reason to feel like you wanted to well enough, I bet you could. Oh, shoot. No health items left. This is the Desert High Rank song. It's got some really good music in Frontier. Nice. Thankfully, it doesn't require a beefy laptop to emulate Monster Hunter, so I bet you'll have a good time with it. Is there Frontier music? Yep, we're listening to the Frontier soundtrack tonight. We were doing some gathering quests before this, and I think during gathering quests I like putting on music so we have something to listen to. And then we just left it on because it's nice. I'm sorry if I missed your question, Martz. Oh, we gotta be careful. Those bounces could be fatal. Dude, the ice is so good. Well, it's okay. Portable Third's good. There's a lot of really good Monster Hunter games that aren't Freemium Night. Though, Freemium Night is an experience. Ah, the chip went through my guard. You have an Ancient Potion? Nope. I haven't made Ancient or Max Potions yet this playthrough. I only just started carrying Mega Potions when we got to high rank. All of low rank we did with regular potions. That's okay. 10 minutes left, we got this. Although we don't have any more stakes either. I think we'll be okay. Should definitely repaintball it though. I don't want to lose it and waste time. This is a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like an easy breezy, like Hunt-A-Thons in the old games are like, they spawn 10 Kutku and all the Kutku have like 5 health each. This is a lot different. This is like 2 full monster hunts, it feels like. This is the last Pekko. Yeah, if we had another Pekko, we'd be screwed. It's just 2. This is an interesting balance decision. I like it. This is way more interesting than like slay monsters that have stupid low stagger and HP levels. Working with a low rank weapon too, yeah, but it's not like an early low rank weapon. It's a late low rank monster, or it's a late low rank weapon. Here we go. Oh, Marks, you were talking about the designs of the portable team versus the main series team. I think there's something to be said for that. Three monsters left. They're up to 5 Qurupeco will spawn, but we only have to kill 2 of them to get the supplies and clear the quest. So we're good. We just finished the quest now. So that's pretty indicative of the fact that they've juiced up the HP values from old Hunt-A-Thon quests. Old Hunt-A-Thon quests had 10 monsters, and so to do that, all the monsters had like really low HP values. The fact that this has 5 is indicative that they probably have, I mean, I would guess about double HP. Maybe it's not that, but that would be my conjecture. Double HP of old Hunt-A-Thons, not of standard Qurupecos. I would say they probably have about the same amount of HP as regular Qurupeco, but I could be wrong. Hard to know when we don't have a regular Qurupeco quest outside of this one. A superior scale concealed by vivid plumage. Years of growth have made it quite sturdy. A feather with a tropical flair, often used to craft Moga Village souvenirs. Wonderful beak, an oddly shaped beak. It's somehow quite lovely. All right, let's see if we got what we needed to make our medicine decos. That was quite the quest. That took a lot. That was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. Is it a DLC quest or a regular? It's a regular quest. It's in Village 6-star. We're playing through, we cleared every low rank village and low rank hub quest, and now we've just started high rank village this past week. So far, some of the highlights have been clearing Pink Rathian, which is really, she's quite aggressive and tough early on in high rank, especially when you're still working with low rank equipment. And then we cleared our first Devil Joe. There's not a quest for it, but he intruded into a Jaggi quest, and I took him down. Which is the first time I think I've ever felt decent against Devil Joe, ever. Okay, so it just takes Qurupeco scales. Now we need to craft some ancient potions. So we need to make 2 ancient potions in order to get the 2 medicine jewel 2s that we need. It's not a key quest, Marlene. We're doing all the quests possible. So it's not required for progression. It's just I'm trying to do all the quests. Okay, I need to remember how to make an ancient potion. I don't actually know if I know. I usually make max potions, but I don't normally craft ancient potions. Ancient potion is, yeah, Immunizer and Kelby Horn. You got it, Skiffy. Replaying through you this year was a wonderful experience. Good for you. I played 4 Ultimate for the first time last year, and it was really fun. Okay, so Catalyst and Dragon Toadstool for Immunizer. And then Immunizer and Kelby Horn. Cool. This is going to let us finish our armor sets. Man, it took the whole night to finish our armor. I thought we were going to get to do some other stuff, but no. That's okay. I like that sets take a long time to kind of come up with the idea for, and then actually bear out and make. All right, there you go. Attack up M, recovery up, and speed sharpening. Let's save it. And that's what it looks like. I'm really happy with that. And then a similar set for our gunning. High rank yet? Or high rank set? Yeah. Here's a gunner version of that same set with attack up medium, steadiness +1, and recovery up. There we go. I'm really happy with those 2 sets as our first mix sets in the game. There you go. So that's our first gunner mixed set. And that's our first Blade Master mix set. I'm really pleased with those. I love making mix sets. So satisfying. Okay, I'm pretty tired and I'm a little sick, so I think I'm gonna probably opt to end the stream there after that Qurupeco quest. We have some small monster quests remaining in this village rank, and we have a great Jaggi quest remaining in this village rank, but after that we have our urgent quest against a Plesioth unlocked, and that's gonna unlock our next rank of quests. We'll probably end up doing this next Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'm going to be working on Monster Hunter World. We're going to be doing a world weekend where I jump in and try and form some fresh impressions of Monster Hunter World, like I said earlier. On Monday, we're actually going to be doing a podcast with our good friend Fallison. Fallison is another Monster Hunter lover who lives in Australia, and we like to talk about all things Monster Hunter. We're going to be doing that on Monday night. So if those sound good, or if you want to just stick around and watch some more of our slow-paced, thorough 3U playthrough, feel free and leave a follow. It's lovely to get to talk with y'all in the chat. We had some nice discussions tonight. I had fun. I hope you guys liked it. We also have a Discord and a YouTube and a Twitter that is through in the chat there. Feel free and check those out. The Discord especially, we have a load of people in there who talk about old Monster Hunter and new Monster Hunter. It's just a cozy place to be. So if you need a spot to hang out like that, check it out. You too, Pikmin Jake. Thank you again for the raid. It was nice to get to talk with you. Hope you get better soon. I'm on the mend. I'm feeling so much better than I was earlier this week. I just have like a little bit of a runny nose, that's all. All right, let's see here. The last thing we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and find someone else who's streaming Monster Hunter, and we're gonna give them a raid and keep the Monster Hunter vibes going. Let's see, who's on? Scrolling through all the follows. Lots of people playing Pokemon. I gotta not look at that. If I look too closely at that Pokemon stuff, I'm gonna buy Pokemon. I can't buy Pokemon again. I can't waste my money again. On a game I won't end up playing. Let's see here. I think what we're gonna do... Yeah, we're gonna raid our friend Sparkle Wolfie. Our friend Sparkle Wolfie is playing Monster Hunter World. So check out their stream. I hope you guys have a nice time over there tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and chatting with me. It was a nice time. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow night with some more Monster Hunter. Until then, I hope you have a nice night or a good day, whatever time it is where you are. Cheers. Happy hunting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.